All right, we're recording. All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Wrestling Hooligans. I'm over here with Vic and Shaji tonight. Say what's up, guys.
What's up?
Well,
I see Vic over there with the nice background. I got the cheap processor right now. Can't put the background over there, but I am wearing some Wrestling Hooligan swag.
yeah.
And I didn't want to put a background because I want to show off this nice mic that I have now, so all my listeners can hear me really well.
Well, if you with the background, if you grab the mic, doesn't it come into the picture?
Well, the last background I had was the NWO background, so
Oh yeah,
it was kind of too much black going on over there. I'll change it up for next time, but for tonight, I got my mic and I got my Jack and Coke over here.
Jack and Coke. What you drinking on over there, Vic?
Obviously, you didn't look at the VR bar, but
E&J.
Going old school with the E&J. Oh man, that brings back memories, man. That E&J is no joke.
We used to drink this cheap E&J. This is E&J XO.
Oh, XO.
But there wasn't much left in there, so you gotta have another drink ready. There's gonna be like a 3-hour podcast right here. You might have like another drink in that one.
I'll go get down that Jim Beam honey whiskey.
I'll probably make me. Nah, I think I got some more Abitas. I got the Abita variety pack.
Yeah.
I got that purple haze going right now.
Yeah, and I'm glad we shout out in the VR bar.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah. Hopefully, we got some listeners from the VR bar.
Actually, is Gusty Hooligans? I mean, Wrestling Hooligans on the VR bar? Like.
Oh, good point right there.
Yeah. So
I don't know if I can add them into the VR bar because we're a page on the. It's not an individual.
We can still post our drinks on there.
That's a good point right there. But yeah, man. So let's get right into it. This week of wrestling, the week after WrestleMania. All right, week after WrestleMania, and then normally on the weekend after WrestleMania, obviously the next day on Monday Night Raw, it's a big show, and mostly it's very intriguing with the crowd audience and how they react to the winners and losers of WrestleMania. Obviously, we don't have that right now because obviously it's totally different. But
There's usually like 3 or 4 surprises too that Monday night. So
yeah, well, we got some of our surprises answered.
yeah, I guess I don't know. It wasn't anything crazy, but I don't think Vince wanted to do it in the way it's going right now. He didn't want to throw big surprises out there.
Like I said, it was the worst Raw after WrestleMania ever that I can remember.
And for surprises, you need a big crowd reaction, and I don't think Vince was willing to give up his good surprises right now.
Yeah,
no crowd.
Nia Jax coming out looking like she rolled out of bed is not really a big surprise.
Wait, who? Not you say Nia Jax coming? Oh, come on, bro.
She looked like music came out. She looked like, oh man, I gotta fucking go beat this girl's ass. She looked like she just rolled out of bed in the gorilla position and just walked down the aisle.
So you were right. I mean, we were watching Raw, and you were kept on saying that you had to watch. Who was it? It was Bianca Belair and the Street Profits for about an hour.
Yeah, that was the longest match ever. How you 3 matches in one there? I'm like, what the hell are they doing?
These guys better enjoy it. That's the most TV time they're gonna get on one Raw. Wait till the crowd comes back. They ain't gonna get that unless they do those backstage segments.
But they really had nothing else they could put on. They went from a tag team match to a single woman match. Oh, now let's just combine all 6 of them into one match.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point of that?
That was like a Teddy Long booking right there.
But at least have Teddy Long come out and do that. That would have been hilarious if Teddy Long came and did that.
Yeah. He's too old. He can't come out.
I do agree that match definitely dragged. It wasn't the first match of the night. First match of the night, we got a replay of what we at? Asuka versus Liv Morgan. Asuka versus Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
All right, and then Asuka definitely won. She won by submission. You know what I mean? Nothing.
Liv Morgan didn't look bad in that match. I feel like
at least
they're giving him more time though. Huh?
At least it wasn't a squash. It was a decent match.
They're actually giving her some, good time in the ring right now.
Yeah, but obviously it's not. I don't know. I mean, like, to be honest with you, I wanted to see Drew in that moment. You know what I mean?
In the beginning?
Yeah, have him address the crowd. You know what I mean? Because normally on any other given Raw after
you have the champion come out.
Yeah, the champion come out. You know what I mean? Especially if it's a newly crowned champion.
Yeah.
They're gonna come out and he's gonna address that. And then I saw Asuka and Liv Morgan. I'm like, oh, what? It's like that's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, that's where I give my negative to Monday Night Raw. So then we got into the match where we talked about the Street Profits and
there were so many negatives to this Raw.
Street Profits, Bianca Belair, Angel Garza, Austin Theory, and Zelina Vega. You know what I mean? This is where we finally got I know the night before we had Bianca Belair. She came out and we were like, oh snap, so what's gonna happen? Is she here? Is she's not? I mean, she's going back to NXT. Did she just come out for that? But it was definitely let known that she's gonna be on Raw right now. Yeah. And I'm happy for it. Obviously I'm happy for her moving up, but at the same time I feel bad because you had a story that you could tell against her and Charlotte Flair. You know what I mean? And them being the most athletic wrestlers in the company now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could have made it so that, Bianca Belair could have came back against Charlotte Flair, but essentially you just like squashed that all of a sudden. But
did you notice that she was dressed up in a wrestling gear over there?
Yeah.
Why would she's never dressed up in a wrestling gear coming out? Well, both of the girls were. Unless you're ready for a match. Throw the match in after, be in your street clothes if you're managing these guys or just coming out. Don't automatically be in your your wrestling gear.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, I guess in a sense it doesn't, but at the same time, I mean, it could be her saying, "Hey, I'm here." Zelina Vega, obviously, she shouldn't.
Zelina's never in wrestling gear. Why is she in wrestling gear coming out with these two? All of a sudden, you're expecting something.
Well, yeah, she's in some type of tight leather pants or something like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think you're nitpicking right there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they really give a shit about this Raw because they're losing.
It doesn't seem like they give a crap about this Raw.
On this Raw, they didn't seem like they give a crap. I mean,
this Raw putting matches out.
Yeah, this was horrible because we got a lot of B-listed matches, and that's even continue on to the next. We had Apollo Crews versus Aleister Black.
The longest match Apollo Crews has ever had.
And that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, this match is going on forever.
And they're like, oh, the return of Apollo Crews. He's been a free agent. I'm like, really? I didn't even know that. I was like, he was a free agent this whole time? What?
You know what I mean? And so sad for Apollo Crews because, look, the match, yes, it was long. And we were, I think a lot of us were thinking, okay, what's going to be next? But then as we started seeing the time fly by, this Aleister Black match was already I think it was towards already 9:15. Yeah. So I was like, man, where'd the time go? You know what I mean? Because
so the freaking they took over all that time. The Street Profits and Angel Garza, they took over half the whole Raw. Right there.
Pretty much at 9:15. They're. I mean, 9:50 my time is when they're. 8:15 my time is when their match ended.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it was.
But they need to let the poor guy Apollo Crews go.
Yeah.
He needs to ask for his release or something.
I mean,
when he came into NXT with was it Uhaa Nation? He was a big coming into NXT, and then he came up to the main roster, and they ruined him. They started giving him a push and then killed it right away.
Yeah.
What's I'm gonna call it? Yes, definitely. Apollo Crews, he's definitely fell off. They got to find some type of angle with him. Definitely doesn't need to be on Raw. He
No.
needs to be on SmackDown because
No, he needs to be on NXT. Bring him back to NXT.
you know what? I wouldn't oppose that either, man.
Or repackage him or something.
Yeah. So speaking about repackaging.
How can you repackage him? What are you gonna repackage him as?
I mean,
get rid of the black guy with the two Hindu dudes and put him in there.
Yeah.
Or just put him part of a stable with these guys, you know?
Yeah.
Not with what's his name, Titus O'Neil, but make it a serious stable.
That could help as well. We have over here, we had Ricochet. Speaking of repackaging, Ricochet and Cedric Alexander, I guess they're a tag team now. Yeah. They went against Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. And did they say that they didn't say Oney Lorcan and Burch were on Raw. They said that they were still on SmackDown.
Yeah. Well, on NXT, you mean?
Yeah, you're right. And on NXT. So it's weird because a lot of NXT stars were on
both shows.
On both shows.
I guess whoever was closer. That's pretty much why the Big Show got that later on in the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Well, the Oney Lorcan match, yeah, where was that? I'm just going through Hulu right now. I think they
cut that off on Hulu.
Yep, they cut it off because from that last match, it goes right to Seth Rollins.
Well, you know that's the problem with Hulu, and I had Hulu before, and I remember
that's why if you watch it live, it's fine, but they'll cut out unimportant shit.
Yeah. So when I was on, I would do the podcast with you guys, and you'd be like, "Oh, but this match came on," and I'm over there like, "What match came on?" Because I didn't see that match.
But it's like, well, that just shows you what WWE thinks is important and what it's not.
Well,
so they cut that right out. And what does that mean to Ricochet? You know, huh?
Did they put SmackDown on Hulu from last night?
Yeah.
Let me go watch that while we're talking. There's nothing here. So.
There's nothing right there. But yeah, so that match we had, Ricochet.
I do remember that match. I was like, where did that match go? I'm like, I forward through while we're watching this. I'm like, where did it go?
So yeah, we had Ricochet and Alexander. They defeated Oney Lorcan and Burch. And obviously they're trying to push this, even from the start of the match, pushing these two guys as a tag team to watch, and one that just started. We'll see where they go from here. I mean, realistically speaking, in Raw, I mean, they could definitely have a chance to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because they do need more tag teams. Like overall, they just need more tag teams.
Yeah.
So why not pull these two guys up?
All right. So then we go into the next squash match, which I didn't even know the reason why they even had Seth Rollins over there against some jobber. You know what I mean? And I was over there just totally confused. You know what I mean?
I guess it's to show that he was angry about the loss, So they had to put some jobber up against him, and that's probably why, to show how angry he was.
He squashed the match, but you know what?
They should have put Ricochet against him. If they want to squash anyone, they put a Ricochet against him.
No, please, no more. No more.
Ricochet's the perfect person to get squashed.
No, poor Ricochet, bro.
By the way, to take a break I got my freaking costume.
You got the costume?
So they shipped it to the wrong address. So then, so I called the U.S. Postal Service. I'm like, homies, this is what's going on. They're like, no, we're going to have to ship it back to Mexico. I'm like, you got my freaking name and everything. And I'm talking like the headquarters. I'm like, you can obviously tell there's no address with the 131 number. It's 121. Like, there is no house here with 131. And they're like, no, it's going to have to ship back to Mexico, and then they're going to have to send it back to you.
Oh, no.
But all of a sudden, the next day, I got the freaking thing. The St. Augustine U.S. Postal Service fixed it before it was even sent out. So the headquarters didn't know that, but here in my town, they already knew that, and they fixed it.
Yeah.
I guess they looked me up and then fixed the right address on it and then brought it to me. I was like, oh, shit.
That's crazy. Well, The crazy
one of these
part,
days I'll wear it on this.
that's what I was gonna say. The one of the craziest part is that if we would have been at WrestleMania, you wouldn't have had your tights.
No, I wouldn't have. It all worked out.
What would you would have done?
I would have figured it out. If it was getting that close, I got people here in town.
He's like, he's got peoples. He's got peoples.
He would have to come out as the Captain America Ricochet.
That's why it's important. Everything's got to be American made. We can't be outsourcing to other countries and everything.
Yeah.
Like Trump says, we got to keep everything within our country. Yeah. And that was my bad. I believed in Mexico could get that job done within 8 weeks. It took them about 10 weeks to get it done, and never again will I order out from Mexico.
Well,
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Once I put this out, I'm going to promote the company because they gave me a good discount on this attire too. So once I put it out, I'll push out the website, just to help them out.
All right, that's what's up. What's I'm gonna call it? That's good to know. So next time I want to get some tights, I definitely got to make sure that it's 10
3
weeks.
months. No, you need to do 4 months ahead of time.
Yeah, exactly.
But they did my mask and everything too. The mask was a tough part. This was custom made everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
what are you saying, Vic?
You gotta do it Christmas time because next year WrestleMania is in March.
Yes. Next one, well, the end of March. That's definitely going to be interesting to see how I do that. Yeah, I mean, because that's going to be in the middle of school, but I'm definitely going to be there. Yeah. There's no way I'm missing LA, even though there was an article today, and obviously, people on Reddit, the stadium right now, the construction is off right now. So they're not working on that stadium right now. Now, I do think that as soon as whatever the work ban, they'll get it done. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I mean, we're already in a situation where LA Stadium right now, that new SoFi Stadium in LA, what's I'm gonna call it, it's not going to be ready right now.
No, it's not.
I mean, construction. I mean, as long as they have a good. They still have 6 months. I mean, I'm thinking this will be over by at least July.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, if they, usually these construction companies with their contracts, if they don't make the contract, they lose money.
Yeah.
So their goal is going to be to make that contract either way. Speed things up.
Just give overtime and double the manpower. Just make it happen. Just to hit that deadline.
Yeah.
And it's for the NFL too. NFL needs that stadium too. So,
Yeah, we'll see.
Get it done.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, for right now, they're not working on it. I do think that by March it'll be ready. Obviously it'll be the little intricacies that are not ready, but I believe it's not ready. But they were already talking about some other stadium that they had over there that they did the Olympics back in the day, and it holds 80K, and that could be actually a fall through. But obviously I think this stadium is going to be up and running, bro.
It should be, yeah.
So all right. So yeah. So after that Seth match, man, I was expecting him to cut a promo, man, and he didn't cut no promo. I was kind of disappointed.
He's just trying to be in his angry mode right now.
Yeah, I guess so. So then we call.
But hopefully the whole KO thing is over with finally.
Yes, please.
Please don't bring this back. Let's just be over with it.
I would.
Hey, by this way, the guy that remember Seth Face. You remember watching him in St. Augustine?
I think so.
Yeah, he was wearing the same wrestling type gear.
Yeah.
I think he came out with a towel and everything too. Remember on top of him? Remember the cutout towel? Yeah. And we're like, why is he so freaking cheap? He put a hole in the middle of his towel and put it over.
Hey, not all of us could easily just go talk to the Mexico for some ring gear. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, that though, if they ever need me at NXT, to be one of the jobbers to come in and do it, I'll do it.
You're gonna.
I'll do it. I'll do a squash match.
Next time we go to NXT, you're gonna wear those tights underneath, huh? Get them ready, bro.
We should.
You're gonna be like what's the name? The what's that shit called from New Jack? The guy you fought.
Oh,
Man's transit over there.
mass transit. Yeah.
Bishaji's lucky he had a jobber for like New Jack's debut in WWE.
That's we're gonna get into that. I mean, tonight we already talked that after we talk about AEW Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, we're gonna venture off into the dark side of wrestling because honestly, the first 3 episodes have just been real good. Definitely interesting. That I love dark side of the wrestling. It gives you an insight into professional wrestling. We're gonna go and talk about the Chris Benoit that had 2 episodes. Then it was the New Jack, and also it was the Brawl for All tournament that WWE conducted.
Yeah, I'm excited. Those are really great shows. Like, they really need to win a freaking award for what they're doing out there. It's just amazing what they're doing.
Yeah, those people that directed this documentary, the way that they get involved with everyone, they have good relationships, and obviously you don't get everyone that was involved with a lot of these scenarios because some of them bow out or they might be with WWE at this moment, so we don't definitely see a lot of the active WWE people, but they do a very good job.
They do, yeah, just amazing.
So we're gonna go to a surprise return. Nia Jax, she came back onto the scene. Vic over there saying that she came out with some bedhead and just all of a sudden just showed up to the show. Yeah. She fought NXT superstar Deonna Purrazzo. We've seen her fight in.
Yeah, we saw her live.
She's pretty thick. You know what I mean?
She does,
pretty thick.
Yeah, she a pog.
Yeah, she's a pog. Yeah. And whatchamacallit, she that new you saw that Nia Jax is using Paige's finisher.
I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, I paid attention to. I follow her on Instagram, and I guess
evolving.
some people got mad that she was using Paige's finisher, but she essentially Paige was like pretty much said that she could use her finisher.
Yeah, she asked her permission probably. Hey, Paige, is it cool?
Exactly.
Because they're in Pager girls, like they're friends. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're definitely close. And that DDT, man, that package DDT looked kind of hard on Purrazzo. I looked at the end of that match and I was just like, oh, that looked like it kind of hurt.
But they're setting this up for Becky,
Oh yeah.
They want Nia to. I think they want Nia to be strong against Becky right now.
Yo, that could be so awesome. They have the history. They could do the video packages over there. It would be an awesome SummerSlam match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And someone's got to win the title from Becky. I mean, is Becky really going to have the title for over a year and a half?
No, I think Nia's a person, too, because of that history between the two of them.
It has
I think
to.
Nia, it's got to be the person to do it to Becky. Because I think Nia's going to kind of be a fan favorite, too. When the crowd is actually back, you'll hear it. Because I don't think people are happy with Becky being champion anymore.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Becky's definitely has but you know what? She has the crowd. I mean, for inner wrestling heads like us, we're tired of seeing her with the belt. You know what I mean? We want to see the belt to have history. We wanted to see
yeah, but I'm tired of that Becky character too. I don't know if you guys are by now.
Yeah, well, I got tired after I saw that stupid truck. Fuck that truck.
Come on, she's got to have something over there, bro.
Yeah, a motorcycle.
Well, I like her, but it's like at the same time, I'm getting tired of her character. At the same,
what's it called? Yamaha motorcycle or some bullshit.
That's true, but you know how WWE does, man.
A girl driving a truck with nothing. She's not even towing anything.
You know how WWE does, man. Right now
you can make a nice pickup truck or SUV or something.
Or come in like a Corvette or something, something like nice.
Not a Corvette. Yeah. That's not Becky's style.
Yeah, but a truck isn't either. What makes her a trucker?
Yeah, it's stupid. Even Austin didn't drive a truck.
You guys are nitpicking. You guys are nitpicking on the truck, bro. And it's maybe because you saw the truck and it was all flashy with Becky Lynch. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. I mean, how many countless people came into WWE with trucks or some sort? You know what I mean?
Everyone.
Essentially everyone. She's just continuing the process. You know what I mean?
I don't
So
know.
I do agree with Vic. I mean, it would have been more badass if she came on a motorcycle.
Well, Stone Cold came with the beer truck. Kurt Angle came with the milk truck.
Yep.
Yeah, but she's on in the front of the truck with towing nothing.
Come on, bro. What was she gonna be towing, bro? A trailer?
There's no reason for you to be driving.
What kind of
why is she driving a truck? Why don't you drive a minivan or something?
Or a monster truck.
Yeah. Yeah, like Medusa or something.
So then we're gonna go next match.
Or just a pickup truck. Pickup truck would be nice. Just regular pickup truck.
You would take that truck, like if you had a choice, take that to drop your child off at daycare.
I don't know.
Nothing. You're driving that.
No, I don't know what to say. I mean, I think
she's driving that because she wants to be like essential, because truck drivers are essential right now. So maybe she wants to be like an essential person, like driving through like the roads and everything.
You guys
being a truck driver. She said no one's gonna pull over a truck driver because they're essential. So maybe that's what it is.
You're thinking too much into this, bro. She had a personalized semi truck. I mean, that's about it. That's pretty badass. I mean, yes, a lot of people are thinking, oh man, this is like a Stone Cold route, but I don't think Stone Cold ever showed up with a semi. He had his own different style of trucks. I mean, this is different.
ATV or something.
Yeah, this is different. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. She's looking into history and saying, hey, let me show up to the stadium in a badass truck. I mean, she thought a semi. I thought it worked. You know what I mean? I think you guys are taking it to the extreme, but that's just me.
Where's when she goes home, where's Seth and the luggage gonna fit?
Oh, see, and that's why we need to continue on. Next match, another squash match. Humberto Carrillo, whatever. I mean, that was another doodle match. And then the surprise of the night, essentially WWE was showing what happened after Drew McIntyre won the championship, which I thought was stupid.
It was stupid. Like, why would they do that after Mania? Like, what was the point of that? Like, all of a sudden the Big Show came out after Mania. It just was dumb.
Yeah.
But that was to promote Big Show's Netflix show. That was all that was about. It really was. I started watching that shit today. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
But,
I'm on the second episode.
You on the second episode.
By the way, there's a Stone Cold's driving a truck. Oh, he's about to.
Yeah, but that's
well, did he drive it like every week for no reason?
But he did drive a truck, though.
Yeah, he drove a truck. Was he towing something?
Yeah, it was towing something. It was towing.
Beer. Coors Light.
Yeah, it was towing the beer.
Yeah, well,
I'm just saying, Stone Cold did drive a truck, though.
Yeah, he
didn't just drive it.
But
yeah.
She didn't need a trailer, you know what I mean? She just showed up with the semi. People do drive the semis on its own, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, around town? You're gonna drive a semi around?
No, they don't drive it around town. People that are truckers, they buy their own, you know what I mean? And then they go move others.
Why does the wrestler need it then? What is she towing?
Is that her job so she can get benefits or something?
But you know what? Maybe
I think it's a whole essential driver thing. The truck drivers aren't going to get pulled over right now.
Hey, maybe she needs extra money, man, and she'll tow some Amazon stuff on the side. Yeah, I mean, make some extra money. I mean, if you're going to go to the next city, which might be in the next state, hey, make some money off it.
Or she is the man. Maybe she is towing her big balls around everywhere.
But
maybe she puts on the trailer after towing Seth's luggage and stuff.
Well, maybe Seth is riding that and towing her luggage.
Nah.
Because she's the bigger deal right now.
She's the man in the relationship over there.
No, that's what I'm saying. Maybe Seth is the one driving that, and he's picking up her luggage and towing everything, man, because she's the man. Yeah,
Well,
man.
she's the man on TV, and he's the man off TV.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm definitely gonna agree with you guys. I mean, you guys saw the faces that we just made. It was pretty stupid. You know what I mean? They could have just did this as a separate thing. You know, essentially you could have said all night, oh, and we're gonna hear from Drew McIntyre. We're gonna hear from Drew McIntyre, and then you could have done the whole spiel with the Big Show. But for to say that the Big Show showed up right after his match and challenge him, it was kind of stupid, and it was kind of
right after Netflix put out a show.
Well, they've been bigging up Big show for like the past 2 weeks. So,
but they did just release it.
All
of a sudden.
No, it did.
Next Monday.
I know, but that's what we were talking about. They could have did this totally different. They could have said the whole night we're gonna listen to hear from Drew McIntyre at the end of the night, and then you could have done it then afterwards. You guys don't have to show this.
Do it live. Don't do it after WrestleMania.
Yeah, don't do it saying, "Oh, this is something after WrestleMania," and that's what pretty irked me, bro.
But Big Show did give a longer match than Brock did, so
yes, he did.
That was actually a good match for.
It was.
This guy.
Big Show can actually still kind of move. Not gonna lie.
No, he definitely looked good in the match, man. And I actually enjoyed the match, you know what I mean? Because you got to hear Big Show was talking a lot of smack.
Yeah.
You know
Big Show does look good. He doesn't look bad being in there.
Yeah, he's kind of out of shape during the show, though. But he's pretty good in shape now.
Yeah. I mean, he's out of shape right now just because he's been away. He's probably been recording. He's been probably recording, but he was in better shape even before this. I think, you know, it's definitely a lot of lackadaisical on his end, probably because he's doing the recording and he's not as training as much as he did, you know.
Yeah.
But before that, he was in some pretty good shape. I mean, we seen the pictures of him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So let's get done with Raw because it was a disappointment. You know what I mean? Because obviously they ruined Bianca Belair's call up by having her the previous night. You know what I mean? And then trying to essentially show that, oh, she's up now. You know what I mean? I'm on Raw. The Nia Jax, I guess, you know, it would have been all right, you know, but I think a Nia Jax appearance needed to be like how they typically do, where they have like all the divas over there saying, oh, I'm the next challenger, and then all of a sudden Nia Jax comes out. I think that would have been a lot better than having her just show up and job against an NXT superstar.
Yeah, but, you know, it just sucks, you know, for her too. Like, without an audience there, no fans there, it's tough to make a return, you know?
It is.
Like, they would have done this show way better. Instead, this is what they hand these guys.
And, you know, she probably needs some type of angle coming back, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could have been written better. Apr6 could have came out and said, I want to be on Raw, and anybody out there to challenge me, and then Nia Jax music hits. And, you know, she could have, you know, looked a little bit alive, you know, not rolled out of bed and just rolled down the aisle. But, you know, she is what she is.
She didn't look too bad, bro.
No, her makeup was fine.
Makeup and her hair is always on fleek.
No. I'm not going to say anything about that. But she had no emotion on her face. She looked like.
Well, that's how typically she is. I mean, and that's the sad part about Nia Jax. I mean, you know, she's an awesome performer, but when it comes to, like, you know, persona, I mean, she's definitely not out there with her swag. I mean, you start to listen to Nia when she cuts her promos, that pulls you in. I don't know. For me, that pulls me in because she's a little bit different. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, I mean, like, you know, she's not even too confident on that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, she's pretty.
I feel like Nia, though, she's just herself. You know,
Yeah.
She is. And I like that about her because if you watch even like the Total Divas show and everything, she's kind of a bitch. She doesn't like you. She's going to tell you that. And she's kind of just playing herself on TV. Like, you know, she's talking about even on the show, like, I want to punch her in the face. And I will next time I see her, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's how she is. If she doesn't like you, she's going to, like, you know, Like Carmella is one of those people she doesn't like, so she tells it to her face pretty much. She doesn't like her.
Well, let's fast forward to today. I mean, Nia Jax pretty much said that she was going to punch and Ronda Rousey in the face. You know what I mean? Because the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of drama because a lot of people thought that Ronda Rousey was going to come back for WrestleMania, or this was the moment where she was going to come back. Since Becky Lynch still won and she beat Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of rumors out there. Not a lot of rumors, but there were a lot of people taking podcasts and being in other interviews where they explained that Ronda Rousey was pretty difficult to wrestle with. And it all came down to when I believe it was Alexa Bliss. She pretty much essentially said that, it's a different realm with Ronda because she's like an awesome athlete and she used to throw her around.
Yeah, she was a little bit rough on Becky. I remember that match. She was, because that was a pay-per-view match and she was just throwing all over the place.
And, at the same time, Ronda Rousey, that's essentially what she has to do. She's got to prove that she belongs in wrestling. And, that's what she does for a living. I mean, judo and all that. And I don't knock that, you know what I mean? Now, Ronda Rousey, she came back. She put out a statement. I mean, she went on Twitter and said, oh, well, essentially she was saying that if she comes back to wrestling, it was going to be part-time.
Yeah, and she said, was it a Johnny Knoxville's podcast or something? Yep. Well, she said in his podcast because of these ungrateful fans.
Yeah, which is understandable because you know what? It was a 50-50 crowd with Ronda Rousey.
She got booed a lot, and I felt bad for her, but her promo skills were awful when she first started. It got better with time, but she was one that probably should have started NXT a little bit.
Yeah, but
built up. But she was too much of a star at the same time. They couldn't do that with her.
She was never going to be
had to
NXT
throw in there, and it just kind of made her look bad, which I feel bad for her at the same time. But she did work her ass off wrestling-wise.
Oh, no.
She was a great professional wrestler at the same time. Like, every match she did got better and better. But her promo skills did get better eventually. But it was when she finally turned on the fans. That made it better.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you. But, you're going to have those fans over there. And, she's got to understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe
I think she does, though, but she's still playing that villain character she was playing before.
I think
she left as a heel, and she's still playing it right now.
That or it really pissed her off. You know what I mean? But at the same time.
I think it did, but I think this is her persona. This is what she like. Even in UFC, she was a badass.
I think that was all portrayed, bro. I mean, nothing's going to change my mind when it comes to Ronda Rousey when you see out there freaking throwing food for goats and freaking her.
Yeah, I know. But UFC, she did the same thing too. Remember in UFC? She was a tough girl.
Yeah,
she acted that way. That's the way she likes to be portrayed.
Yeah, I know. But, at the same time, it's like, for many years, I'm like, man, why is she acting like this? She's trying too hard to act hard.
But that's why she liked professional wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted to be like that. And she finally got the way she wanted towards the end of her career there, like the last run there.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, but, her statements on the freaking podcast where she essentially was saying that she was getting booed and all that. And then essentially you had a lot of the wrestlers. The reason they said is that, they hated to work with her because she used to throw them around like rag dolls. But that's where my girl Nia Jax came back, and she was like, yo, I had to step up, because she was over there just taking advantage of all these little wrestlers. And I essentially say, hey, try to throw me around the ring like that. You know what I mean? And obviously, as we know, it wasn't the case with that, but at the same time.
It's not Ronda's fault. Nia needs to understand. Nia just takes everything too personal. It wasn't Ronda's fault. Ronda's just a strong-ass woman. And, when she throws someone, it's going to go far. It's like Brock throwing someone.
Yes,
I'm sure Brock's pretty much hurting people when he German suplexes them from one side of the ring to the other. Well, it's not like he takes it easy on them.
Let's be real, bro. I mean, Brock is pretty dangerous out there, though, man. I mean,
yeah, he's just throwing the shit out of people.
A lot of
that's
people.
His character. He needs to be throwing people.
No, he doesn't need to be throwing. You could throw people a decent way where you're not hurting them as much, though. Then that's where it all comes.
That's why Ricochet's in the place he is, and like Apollo Crews, as big as he is the way he is. No, Brock is a beast. He should be throwing people. If you have the name, and even like Braun Strowman, if the name is Monster Among Men, you should be throwing people.
No, I agree at the same time, but you know what? Like, this is professional wrestling, bro.
Drew does the same thing. Drew throws people everywhere.
There is a decent way to throw people, and then there's the reckless way to throw people.
Yeah, but Drew does the same thing. He's your champion right now. He throws the shit out of people everywhere.
Well, I mean, if Brock was really hurting people, he wouldn't be in the position he was.
No, and everyone says Brock protects all his people that he, fights against.
Certain fighters that he goes against. Let me rewind, and this is what essentially I was kind of
Kofi. Is that what it is?
No. I was going
3 seconds.
No. I was going to rewind back to what CM Punk said. CM Punk, when he did his little podcast with Cole Cabana, he explained that he did not want to work with Brock Lesnar. Right?
It was Ryback. He said
it was Ryback. It wasn't Brock.
It wasn't Brock.
No, it was Ryback. Ryback was rough and dangerous. He said
Ryback hurt him and broke his rib and shit.
It was Ryback. All right, you're right. So
he loved working with Brock.
Yeah. So going back to this, the whole Nia Jax thing.
That's why Ryback doesn't have a job right now.
All right, going back to the whole Nia.
He makes those videos eating the chicken sandwiches in the drive-thru.
or those wedding videos for other wrestling hooligan for his wedding, talking about taking a pill.
Blue Chew.
He cut a Blue Chew promo right in front of her.
Joe, but if you need any help.
My brother at the wedding was like, no, just cut it off right there. Cut it off.
Yo, essentially, Vic was like, yo, stop it at this time, because then he goes just on a rant. But yo, so going back to this whole Ronda Rousey nonsense, but Nia Jax came back and said essentially that she had to step up, and then all of a sudden today, you had Ronda Rousey come out and text and essentially downgrade professional wrestling and say that it's fake wrestling, and that if anyone was in a real fight, they would lose because of, and then she tried to give props to certain wrestlers and say, oh yeah, if you have to do it like, for a long period of time, over 30 years, yes. But essentially if you had to do it for real, you'd be dead.
Yeah. And I agree with her. Like, if you're doing a real fight, like you saw that in Brawl for It All. Like we just were talking about Dark Side, which we're going to talk about in our next podcast. But if you have a real fight, it's going to be totally different. If you try and knock someone's head off or, make it, really pretty much give them a knockout, it's going to be totally different than doing choreographed fights. So
we're talking about professional wrestling over here. You know what I mean? And when it comes to the whole fact, when you are already degrading professional wrestling, there's not going to be that many people that were going to want to work with you afterwards.
You're falling for the character, though. She respects the company. You're falling for the character. That's her character right now.
No, that is.
That means she's doing her job right. When she comes back, she's going to get booed, and she's doing that job right.
Well, I guess, yes, she could put it that way, and it'll give her over-the-top heat, yes.
That's what she wants.
So I guess she got a point there. She could come back.
You might be just playing her character and then telling these girls to go off on social media. So
that's how she left the company. She was doing that before too, and she's gonna come back with Shane and all these girls.
I still don't see her. I still don't see her beating up Nia Jax and hip tossing her like she's been doing to everyone else, though.
Well, if she knows that Nia's knee is injured, she'll just drop kick that knee and it's over.
Nia just squash her, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean she can, but
squash her, bro.
I'm pretty sure Ronda could get around that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, that's if Nia can catch
her. Nia doesn't have to run around. Yeah, I mean, she just got to wait until she goes over there. You know what I mean?
I mean, Ronda could just, get her tired out.
Ronda doesn't have to. If they were in the octagon, Ronda wouldn't have to chase her. If I was that type of a fighter, I don't need to chase you.
No.
You come and touch me. You know what I mean? Get close to these hands.
I didn't know they were going to fight in an octagon, but.
No, I'm just saying. Well, you guys are saying that she'll tire her out, but in real life, you could go around and try to run around the ring. I'm not going to follow you. I'm going to get tired. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right, but enough of that. We got caught off. I mean, obviously, Raw after SmackDown was a huge disappointment.
You want to talk about NXT or go to SmackDown?
I thought we were going to do
NXT. A better show than all three, but whatever.
I don't know about that. AEW put on a way better show than all of them.
I'm talking about Raw and SmackDown.
3.
Or SmackDown. I just figured we were going to go to Wednesday next and just go and.
We're on Wednesday right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's start with.
Because I thought you were talking about SmackDown. That's why.
You did. You just said SmackDown.
You said SmackDown.
You did.
I didn't say SmackDown. I said.
You did.
I did.
Nick, what did he say?
Yeah, you said SmackDown. That's why I said.
And I said NXT. And you're skipping over NXT.
Oh, sorry about that. All right. So, yeah.
Too much beat over there for you. Change up to Fireball again. No, just kidding.
So, no, because I guess, never mind. Lost the train of thought. We might as well go to Wednesday. And you guys want to talk? Yeah, the Purple Haze talking. You guys want to talk about AEW or you want to talk about NXT?
NXT is quick. There's only like
NXT was quick.
We'll get through that pretty quickly. Let's just go over that real quick.
All right. So NXT, obviously, how did you guys start off with that?
NXT started with, what did they start with? There was the replay of that one match, the takeover match. Well, they started out with previews of Ciampa and all that.
No.
That's like your main thing.
No, there were a couple main things on NXT. The first one was the ladder match.
Yeah, but that was an old match that they're showing over.
No.
Yeah, it's takeover.
The five-way.
No, they did the 5-way for the number one contender, bro.
But wasn't it?
That was a good
but
match.
it said takeover in the background, didn't it?
No.
That was
It did say takeover in the background. Watch it.
It did. You're right. It did say takeover in the background.
But it was a new match.
Yeah, but it was a new match though.
I know. But why did it say? Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was a replay. I did watch the whole thing though.
You got a point though. It does say takeover, and now that you recall it, I'm just like, you're right.
So maybe they were just setting it up for next takeover. I'm sorry. I really thought it was an old match. I was like, damn, I missed this match. And I was like watching. I was like, well, that was a pretty good match.
No, it definitely was a good match. The women, they put on a good match, bro.
Oh, they did.
I was looking at this match and I was like, you know what? This is better than the SmackDown tag team ladder match, bro.
Yeah. And you saw these girls' characters come out too. It just shows how much talent is right there right now in NXT. So Charlotte's got some good opponents right there coming up.
I mean, they're just with the number one contender, Io Shirai.
And I told you that's one of my favorites, and I think she's up and coming.
Yeah,
I think didn't I call her? I think her and Angel Garza were my picks for the year.
Yeah, I think you're right. But this match was definitely good. I mean, there were crazy bumps that these women were doing. You know what I mean? And it brought me back, you know what I mean? Because I'm just like seeing how a lot of these female wrestlers in these matches back in the day when they tried to do some ladder matches, you know, especially on the main roster, I mean, they need to take a page from the NXT women division match on this because they set the standard. I don't care for women matches in a ladder match with all the crazy bumps that they did. They were propping up the ladders in all these different scenarios, bro. That was a A+ match for me, bro.
Yeah,
it was. But the thing is, like, what's happening from, you know, when these girls go from NXT to SmackDown and Raw, like they can throw these great matches on here, but then they're cut so short when they go to Raw and SmackDown. Like these are long matches that they got in NXT, but you go to SmackDown and Raw, it's not like the matches that they used to remember the Raw and SmackDown, these like 1-2 minute matches. but they're not getting the time still on Raw and SmackDown for the women. And I think that's where the issue is. These girls are getting plenty of time to put on a match. Because this match was what, 20 minutes almost?
Yeah. Well, you also gotta understand. I mean, like the women on the main roster, I mean, they don't even get time to develop a story. You know what I mean?
That's
Well,
why their characters all suck right now. Like Liv
yeah.
Morgan, all these characters suck. You have like 3-4 girls who have a story to their character.
NXT, they do a real good thing on, like, okay, let's say if they're going to start a feud, right? They'll have a match on NXT, and then they'll continue the feud in the next couple of weeks on segments. You know what I mean? So it adds importance to it. When there's a match on the main roster, normally it's these girls just standing around in the background, maybe doing their makeup, maybe putting on some wrestling gear, and then it's someone just bumping into them and saying, "Hey, what are you doing over here?" You know what I mean?
Or stealing somebody's phone and texting Otis.
And you don't have that garbage on NXT. It's like, you have the rivalries like, with Dakota and was it Tegan, but they're not facing each other every week, but they hate each other, and then once they're in the ring with each other again, that comes out.
Yeah, exactly. And they could tell a story right there, and that's what's lacking on the main roster. There's no storytelling. There's no segments, all the big women stars, they get the segments, what I mean? And then all the other ones are relegated to background nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like, but even in like, in NXT, like someone like Io Shirai doesn't get segments, but she's still able to tell a story though.
Yeah.
Her character has a story and she puts that on through matches. She doesn't need to have like a promo, nothing like that, or a backstage segment. There's nothing that goes on with her character.
Yeah, that's true.
But you can tell she has an amazing character though,
No, she definitely does, what I mean? But at the same time,
that's a difference with the minds, I think, like Triple H running it.
Yeah.
With Vince running it. Triple H still, he's that cerebral guy. He tells a story in the ring, which carries over later on into their full character. So.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely agree. I mean, we've already said this countless times of NXT talent, where they're used on NXT and they're actually pushed to a level where, essentially they're mainstream, but as soon as they get to the main roster, they're jobbing on their first match. You know what I mean?
Like if she went up to Raw, she'd be in a stable. Who would she be in a stable with if Io went up to Raw?
Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, exactly.
She'll be in the stable over there, and then she'll be probably losing to someone on the first day, but essentially they're not showing video packages of these individuals in NXT. They maybe having an NXT person that also is commentating on NXT and then saying, "Oh, well, I saw her wrestle in so many different matches," or NXT takeover this, NXT takeover that. I mean, they could use something like that. I mean, Corey Graves is always on these other shows. Maybe use the other commentator sporadically in NXT. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just think it's almost time for Triple H to take full control of all this.
You know that's not happening, bro. Shoot. Nah. Especially now that the XFL is done, man, we're about to go on some horrible wrestling shows soon, bro.
Hey, did you see the ratings from Raw? NXT beat AEW this week. They beat them by 1,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Wow.
1,000.
But, depending on who you saw it from.
A win's a win, though, right?
Yeah, the people were saying that's a win, and I'm just like, man, that's 1,000 viewers. That don't mean nothing.
But it's still a win.
I was reading an article, and they were like, NXT dramatically demolished AEW this week, and I was like, bro, it's just like 1,000 votes, man.
But even so, for both companies, the ratings aren't that great compared to Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's less than 1 million for each show, right?
Yeah.
They're like 600,000 viewers.
I don't think WWE even cares. They just don't want to. If the NXT wasn't on, they would have a million views or more. So it's since NXT's on.
And that's the thing. NXT going to Wednesday just essentially killed AEW in a sense. You know what I mean? To put it real, man, I mean, it's just so much content of wrestling, bro.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I
like
mean?
NXT,
You're not
like they
gonna
wouldn't get
hold
that
them.
much. But NXT wouldn't get that many views on the network. So for NXT, that's great what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and that's the most.
and they're still getting the extra. They're still getting the extra views on the network later, but just on live TV, that's great for what they're doing.
But essentially, it's killing AEW. You know what I mean? Because so many other people, if you would have just had a regular, they would have had slightly of the different push. I don't think it would have been so dramatically afterwards. You know what I mean? Because AEW is still in its infancy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it definitely does kill them. You know what I mean?
I don't think, they can really care NXT either because they're not even traveling, so they're not paying any extra fees. They're still always at full.
No, they're making money on that.
Yeah.
Even if they're losing in ratings, they're still making.
Yeah. So, how many of you guys are up on this NXT UK?
I don't know.
No, honestly, I don't watch too much of that.
Yeah, I mean, but part of me needs to get over there, man, because I'm definitely intrigued with this whole Finn Balor versus the Imperium, bro.
Yeah. So he's just doing it on the NXT UK show right now.
I know that's what Shawn Michaels runs at. Yeah.
So I'm definitely intrigued with this, bro. I mean, it's definitely it'll put a notch on Finn Balor if he actually defeats Walter, because then he essentially would have like all these title belts under it, where he.
Well, and then Finn Balor's like next thing though is they're keeping him away from Adam Cole for now. That's gonna be his next his challenge. But they're just trying to keep him away for a while at least.
Yeah, but in a way, it's doing good. I mean, obviously, you have Finn Balor being able to go to UK and big that up. They're probably trying to get some viewers, but at the same time, it's been intriguing, bro.
Oh, it is. And Finn Balor is going to be the one that, he might win that title in UK, and then he's going to come back and challenge, I think, Adam Cole. And I feel like that's going to be more of like around the Survivor Series time.
Yeah.
So he'll be the NXT UK champion against Adam Cole and win both titles.
That would be crazy if that happened, though.
Because someone needs to take it off of Cole, and I think Balor's your dude for that. It's not Velveteen. Velveteen's not winning it.
Oh, come on, man. I've been waiting. I'm
a huge Velveteen fan, but he's not winning it, though.
He's not ready yet.
By Mania?
Oh,
next Mania, but I think Balor's going to take it before him.
All right, but by Mania, though, right?
Yeah, he should be ready by Mania.
Good.
He needs to find his character again. He's not where he was.
I need to have that. I need to get my Velveteen Dream outfit on for NXT, bro, and I'll be over.
Are you becoming a fan of? I remember you were like before, like what was it, like 6-7 months ago? You're like, man, Velveteen, he needs to work on some stuff. And I agree.
No, I agree, and I'm still like that. I need him.
But he did go downhill when he returned.
Yeah.
When he took his break and returned.
Yeah.
And when it was on live TV, he went down.
Yeah.
If we go to NXT show, we're gonna go do something easy, man. It was undisputed.
Well, you three could go as undisputed, bro, and I'll go.
You need 4. There's 4 guys in it.
Yo, Roderick Strong will be out of there. Watch.
All right, fine. I guess Bobby Fish is injured every month.
Exactly, one of them, bro. Either Roderick Strong will be out of the Undisputed Era, or we could be like, oh well, Bobby Fish is injured.
That's funny. Bobby Fish is one of my favorite too.
I like Bobby Fish.
Nah, he definitely is, man. But he just gets injured all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's just older body.
Three undisputed with the one Velveteen.
I need to come on, bro. I could pull off a Velveteen Dream outfit, bro.
Yeah, I know you want to wear that purple lingerie.
I need to wear the purple tights, bro, and the fedora hat, and going in there looking like Prince.
I want you to get in Velveteen shape, though.
I know you're gonna get that chiseled ass.
What does that look for?
Bro, I am not going into Velveteen. Bro, no, that would mean no.
God, how awesome would that be if you got in Velveteen shape too?
I'm good.
Because he's probably one of the most cut up guys.
He's not the cut up guy. He's one of the most lean guys.
Yeah, but he's cut up. Like, he's
No,
ripped
yeah,
and he's strong.
yeah, he is.
Those arms are pretty big.
Yeah, but that's lean muscle right there, though, man. I
Yeah.
mean, I haven't been lean muscle since I graduated high school, bro.
Yeah, Velveteen's only like 25, bro.
Yeah, something like that. 25, 26. Yeah, he's
got a good metabolism right now.
Yeah. There's no way I'm going into lean Velveteen mode, but I'll put off that costume and I'll have that whole swag on point, and that's all I need, bro. Yeah, I mean, but
So you gonna do the Velveteen hair?
oh yeah, I'll do the hair. Yes, I would do the hair.
You're gonna grow it out?
I would grow it out and then flatten it. Yeah, I would totally do it, bro. Velveteen Dream, I would do it.
He's done some dreads too before, hasn't he?
Yeah, early on, when he was growing his hair out, I think he braided it up a little bit.
I'll grow a Bobby Fish beard.
But yeah,
how come you get to Bobby Fish?
You want to be Bobby Fish? I mean, almost definitely Kyle O'Reilly. He got that Kyle O'Reilly hair.
I guess I'm Adam Cole, baby.
Adam Cole, you got to wear a wig then, bro.
Nobody wants to be Roderick, so.
I just feel like Bobby Fish is he's a more like muscular dude out of the group.
Is he? Yeah.
Roderick Strong, I thought would be.
You think Roderick Strong?
Roderick Strong was more
yeah,
muscular.
Yeah.
Man, we would not make a good. Yeah, undisputed.
You would have to. Well, you would have
We're
to.
like the opposite of what undisputed is.
No, you could pull off the Adam Cole. Yeah. They could do Bobby Fish, and then Jobin could do Roderick Strong.
No, what about Kyle O'Reilly?
One of them. There's only three of you, bro.
Yeah,
trying to match.
Nobody wants to be Roderick.
We'll find some dude.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Amir will be. Oh, there we go, Amir. There we go. You guys got your 4.
Yeah.
Why's it gotta be a brown dude? Why can't it be like a white dude or something?
I don't know, because he's the only one that wants to
Another hooligan is gonna be out there with us, though. Unless one of your boys that said he was never gonna join, I guess they could do it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it was gonna be such a great WrestleMania. We just missed out on last week.
It's all right, man. We got so many in the future. One of them, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
So next match on NXT were your boys. What was it? What are their names? I don't even know. Weird names with Malcolm Bivens.
Yeah.
So where's this guy Malcolm Bivens from? Like, is he?
I have no idea, bro.
Is it like the first time anybody seen them? I thought I just missed. I just never saw him or something.
It could be that we missed him. It seemed like they already knew who he was. Yeah. So I was kind of confused,
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess I didn't see 205 Live. I don't know.
Either 205 Live or early NXT days, and who knows?
Aren't you like the wrestling historian? You should be knowing this.
Oh, yes.
Now when it's 205 Live, that's not fucking wrestling.
Speaking of 205 Live, they're going to have an interim cruiserweight champion because the other guy got injured, supposedly.
Yeah, but that cruiserweight champion wrestles on NXT, so it doesn't really matter.
No, I'm just saying they're going to have that tournament coming. So that's
I got an Instagram thing on the bump. What's his name? Regal's gonna be on there announcing some big news. I'm like, fuck. I thought it was like something happened with the world title. Then it's 205 Live.
So let's go back to the last match of the night, and that's the reason why essentially NXT probably won this week. They were promoting this match hardcore for like the last week. Even before WrestleMania, it was going to be Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa, and it was going to be last match you're done and it's over with type match.
Yeah.
They called it the one final defeat or one the final beat. You know what I mean? And I got into the match and I was like, okay, how are they going to do this? And obviously they turned it to one of these video productions where it looked like it was going to be a movie or some sorts.
Yeah.
So they're carrying off on they did on the weekend with Bray Wyatt and The Undertaker.
Which wasn't bad. I think they held back a little bit more though. it still kind of reminded me of like that Randy Edge match, but
Mhm.
with a little bit of movie into it too.
Yeah, but the thing is, they made it too long, man. It should have just been a half hour.
Well, that was the same thing with Randy and Edge. You know, it was like the same length of that.
That's true.
I thought it was long. I actually, because of the commercials, yeah, it could have been the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, I think that's the whole thing with me. And, you know, to be honest with you, man, yes, I could see these guys fight all the time, but you know what? And I said this in previous podcasts. I mean, yeah, we could see these guys fight at the same time, but you know, at the same time, this match, it got me to the point where I was just like, no, I don't want to see them fight anymore.
Yeah, and Ciampa usually wins, and I was happy with the ending. I don't know if you guys were.
It was something different. I didn't mind it.
Like, I didn't see that coming from, you know, Candace.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy with it. You know, it was a heel turn for her.
Well, so we'll see if they develop that.
I'm hoping they keep going on with that with the women division too. Like, don't just stop with her heel turn there. She needs to continue with what she's doing. Because they do, you know, I feel like they do need a little more heels over there in NXT.
When it came to that, I was just like, this match essentially looks like the last match that they had at TakeOver.
Yeah. But it was good though. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I was watching while I was grilling out there earlier, and I did enjoy it. Like, you know, why? But it was very similar to the TakeOver match.
And that's why I was like, you know what? I don't really need to see them fight again. You know what I mean? Yeah. It should have been something a little bit different on the end where some type of stipulation. I felt that like the loser, you know, eventually they're out of NXT. You know?
But Shawn Michaels was totally involved in this match. That ending, that seems like a Shawn Michaels ending right there.
Shawn Michaels ending?
Yeah, where Ciampa was like talking to, you know, Gargano saying, I'm sorry and everything, you know, I love you, all this kind of stuff, you know, whispering that to him. That's a Shawn Michaels work right there.
Yeah, I'm like, when I saw the begining, when she handed him something to paperback, I'm like, he gonna take like a break and eat a sandwich or something?
Candice LeRae packed the sandwich for him.
Use this. That seemed like Shawn Michaels though to me. This was a Shawn Michaels Triple H mastermind.
When I saw that, I thought they were like brass knuckles, and
I was too big for that.
I thought they were brass knuckles of some sort, and then obviously that didn't come to fruition. I thought that essentially when I was watching the match, it should have just ended before the kick. I know they said they needed a winner, you know, but I think, you know, I wouldn't mind have seen that, you know, after that match, once they saw the turn on Candice LeRae, for me personally, I thought that they should have just stopped it right there.
Yeah, but I mean,
I know that's not the finish that everyone had, but I was like, you know what? I think they could end this match right there.
Yeah, I'm so happy with the way it ended though. I'm fine with it. At least it's over for, you know, they're gonna come back together. It's not over. It's gonna happen again. But for now, I'm hoping when they keep their word on, like, it's over for now. They don't fight again in NXT unless it's for like a championship or something. You know?
I saw Tommaso Ciampa tweeted after the day after, essentially saying that Goldie, you know, without you, I don't know, without being the face of NXT, I don't know what I would do. And I was like, uh-oh, is he going to the main roster now? Yeah. We all know that's not going to happen because we've already heard countless times on how he likes.
He wants to be there.
He wants to be there. And he wants to preserve his body, and his body can't take a toll of being on the main roster. Yeah. But essentially, when he tweeted that, I did think that did come across my mind.
Yeah. Did you see like some people writing that when Gargano and his wife were walking out, that they saw Killer Cross and Scarlett Bordeaux in the car?
Yes, I saw. I was trying to pause it and see who it was, man. I didn't know who the hell were in that car, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like a stable they're going to be in?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, supposedly he's the one that causing those interferences or whatever. But
Yeah.
Static or whatever that happens in there.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. I mean, it does definitely look like that's going to be him. You know what I mean? And we'll see where they go from here. I mean, obviously, putting him in against these two other wrestlers would be great matches. You know what I mean?
I think they wrote him off on MLW saying that King Mo hit him in the head with a 2x4.
Mm-hmm.
And then they wrote it off saying that his Stanford employers didn't want him wrestling anymore in the MLW.
That's
By the way, I looked up Bivens and everything. He used to be an MLW too. So,
oh yeah.
So he's been a wrestling manager for a long, long time.
Wow.
He was an MLW before this, and then what else was he in? It said he was an Evolve before 2016 and 2018.
Okay.
And then he went to MLW 2017 to 2018. And then 2019, March, he came to WWE.
Wow.
So maybe that's why they kind of made it seem like they knew who he was, just due to the fact that he was on Evolve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, guys, I'm going to pause for a second, all right?
Sounds good.
We're back. Oh, what is that? That's some curry over there?
Yeah. Beef curry.
Beef curry.
He said, can you put that on a podcast? I'm like,
Did Lovely make the podcast or not the podcast? Did Lovely make it? Beef curry?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna have to try cooking next time we go down to Houston. Hopefully, once this.
Next time you guys come up from the Houston pay-per-view.
Nah, man, I'm gonna have to come out and see you before that, bro.
You guys should have just came for Royal Rumble since the WrestleMania was gonna be canceled.
Oh man, I know. We were talking about that. Remember that?
Yeah, we should have just. Then we wouldn't have worried about WrestleMania. Like, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal to miss it. We were all just like, let's just get ready for WrestleMania. We don't want to waste money right now.
and that's what happened. I mean, essentially, we were planning on going there. I know we looked at flights, and flights were ridiculous. And then we were just like, fuck it, we're gonna drive. And then it just like, I think you know what it was, man.
Which I wouldn't mind driving. We're gonna stop at Jordan's parents' house after a few hours, and then
But I think it was just a drama with the holiday season. Come on, man. When once you get close to the holiday season, it gets hectic, bro. It gets hectic. I know with me in December it was kind of hectic, especially with the new job, and then also with Jen leaving, and then all this other stuff. It just got out of hand. You know what I mean? But we definitely gotta go to Houston, bro, because it seems like Houston's like the epicenter of wrestling right now, bro. How many Houston shows have there been? Big time Houston shows lately, bro.
Yeah, I know.
And we got a hooligan out there and then go to neither one of them, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't go in. Like, I'd be there by myself.
You know what I mean?
I can't enjoy it by myself.
Why not?
I need a tag team partner.
Well, you need to find a honorary hooligan over there in Houston, then, bro.
No, I'm afraid. I don't know. They can't trust them. They have the coronavirus.
Well, right now, yeah, bro. But there was so much wrestling going in Houston. It was ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
which that means that they're probably going to take it away from that Houston area for a while. They
Yeah.
had that much wrestling over there.
Yeah. But,
too many shows, too many big shows over there.
I know they had the AEW show. They had a New Japan show over there. They had Monday Night Raw, SmackDown. They had NXT. They had the Royal Rumble. And I would just be over there and be like, Vic, are you going to the show? He's like, nah, bro, I'm not going to the show.
Yeah. First of all, I mean, they need to bring WrestleMania back over here because they haven't had WrestleMania over here since 2010.
2010?
Yeah, you won't have it for like another 3 years probably.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean,
after LA, they're gonna do Florida again.
I think I could see
Tampa's in the running. They're trying for it.
I could see Tampa saying, "Hey, doing it." I could see them going to LA, but I already told you that Vegas is gonna be one of those hard things. So depending on Vegas, it could be like what you said. I mean, they go to different zip codes. So yeah, the easy fix would be Tampa and then go to LA. But it's going to be hard to not do LA when it's first up, Vegas when it's first done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that'll be in different time zones. So maybe that'll count, bro.
Yeah. But I think it's going to go from Cali to Tampa, then back to LA.
Not LA.
And then I could see, huh?
It's going to Vegas, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be Cali, Tampa, Vegas, and then maybe like the mid, and then back to Texas. I can see that happening.
Mid-where?
Huh?
The mid-where?
No, I'm talking about Texas.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking in the mid US area. I feel like it's gonna go East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, and then back to like Central area.
Yo, why hasn't WWE gone to Atlanta to have one of these big shows, bro?
Haven't they done Atlanta WrestleMania?
When's the last Atlanta? I don't remember hearing them say ATL.
That would be a good WrestleMania because Atlanta is a good one to go to.
They got a lot of breweries over there. We have a good old time over there.
That's what Sweetwater is. It's a good brewery over there too.
I'm sure they had a WrestleMania in Atlanta. Did they? Maybe all this time.
2011.
They did, yeah. Georgia Dome. Yep. I knew they had one, but that was before we. No, and because I went in 2009.
They had one in 2009 too. Hold on.
Well, 2009 was Orlando.
Yeah.
2010 was that in New York?
That was Houston, I think. I remember one of the 2010s or 11 was in Houston.
Yeah, no, 2011 was in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta.
And I think we started going the year after, right?
I think Atlanta deserves another one, or maybe do something in Charlotte, North Carolina. When's the last time North Carolina?
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Why not?
It's like either warm. It's mostly stay in warm weather cities, except New York.
North Carolina is not that bad.
Yeah, but March, April.
I mean, yeah, you have the potential where it might snow, but it's the same thing in New York, though.
Yeah, but they like that warm weather. Like North Carolina is not like the big area for them. That's not happening.
I don't know. I don't know. They never had WrestleMania over there anyway.
Usually, I think they test the market with like SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's how they test the market. But if it doesn't happen, then
I'm back over here. I'm over here drinking a Beta, the wrought iron IPA. Hopefully,
still drinking that Jack and Coke over here.
Yeah, I'm almost done with my.
Hopefully, you're done, bro. That you might as well take a swig of that and it'd be a wrap.
No, I mean I just filled up a glass. So.
Oh. All right, so I guess we're already done with NXT. We might as well move over to AEW. AEW, I felt was the better show of was the number one show this week. You know.
AEW.
Say again.
Cody.
AEW, I forgot.
It was Cody and Spears.
Nah. Fuck that.
Okay. But you know what? At the same time, they had a package. You know, video package where they explain the history. And yes, we know they don't have that much history there, but it was still interesting that they did that. You know, I mean.
Yeah, but that match ending pissed me off, though. I don't know if it bothered you guys.
It was different. It was something, and that's what.
No one gets pinned by a figure four. Yeah. I don't want to get into it yet. We're not up to that match, but why? How does someone get pinned by a figure four?
Out of the pain that they were feeling, bro.
No, that's like Brock Lesnar giving you a figure four, and then all of a sudden you tap out. You'd get mad then, wouldn't you? If Brock Lesnar did a figure four and then he tapped,
it seems more painful than the figure four.
Which one?
The move that Charlotte does, the figure eight.
Yeah.
That looks like it hurts more, although it doesn't, but it looks like it hurts more than the figure four.
But you shouldn't get pinned by a figure four.
Ric Flair has said he's never won any title with a figure four.
He said
Ric Flair said that. He said that's his move, and he says he's never won a match with a figure four.
But we heard what's his name? Chris Jericho on commentary, he said that Cody's dad, Dusty, won multiple championships with that move.
Have you ever seen Dusty do a figure four?
Yeah, but what championship?
I know he's been in the figure four 1,000 times when he was going against Ric Flair in the 80s.
Has Dusty pinned someone with a figure four? Cody just became the first person to pin someone with a figure four.
Submission move.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to pin someone with a figure
Well, yeah,
four.
he didn't say pin. He said that he got the win. He won it with the move. All right, so
but to AEW though, let's go to the start though.
Go to start. I mean, they started off real well. I mean, we got to know that Chris Jericho was going to be our commentary with
pretty much made the show right there.
Yeah, it made the show. I felt that.
Oh, he did. He was awesome on the mic.
He was awesome on the mic, even though he did have
put over everyone and made everyone.
Even though he did have some spots where he just didn't know what move it was, and he would say it late, or he would confuse the move with something, which I was all right with. You know what I mean?
But he's cool with it. Like he makes it known and like whatever. I don't give a shit.
Like even the week before, they wanted him to fucking make a date with Vanguard 1. He made the skit funny. It was just a stupid skit with a robot.
He can make anything go, that dude.
Yeah, he definitely can. You know what I mean? And the way that he comes out with the content and like you said, I mean, he literally made content with a robot.
Yeah.
You know, and he got so big. I wasn't gonna lie. I thought I was watching and I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because essentially it's the drone of Matt Hardy, and he's over there trying to get him on his good side. It was pretty funny.
But even a lot of commentators need to learn from him. He was able to build so many wrestlers through his commentating.
Yes.
And like a lot of these commentators learn from him. Like Britt Baker, he put her over and made her look so good in this match. It's like all of a sudden now she's a star.
And, you know, essentially that's what the commentators are supposed to do. You know, they're supposed to talk about the story and develop these stars, you know.
But don't you look at her as a star now? Like, she's a star now.
I thought she was a star even before that, you know.
Yeah.
I see her in progress, obviously, you know what I mean? She does she's getting into her character.
Yeah, the heel character is coming big. And this match told it here.
It
With
is
Chris Jericho's commentary, it put her over.
This was the match of the night. I mean,
that was her match. Her match of the night. I could say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was. You know what I mean?
And you wouldn't say about Britt Baker before this.
Yeah.
But she was way better at Adam Cole on this night.
I think you have a good point. But
it's because Adam Cole didn't wrestle. That's why.
Adam Cole didn't do
it. It's a good point. She was better than her boyfriend on this night.
Yeah, he wasn't even wrestling. We're gonna start off. They started off with introducing Lance Archer on his debut onto AEW, but yo, man,
I'm not excited about this though anymore.
You're not?
Are you? No.
I'm still excited. They could do so much with this. Like, I see the story already developing. You know, you could have Lance Archer versus Cody for that championship. You're gonna have weeks up until that with Jake the Snake Roberts giving these awesome promos. I mean, he gave a promo today where essentially he was sitting down and he was saying, "You guys don't know what you guys done did." You know what I mean? And his voice, the way that he carries himself, it's just been awesome. You know what I mean? So you could have weeks.
He's trying his hardest, but I just don't see that character in Lance. You know, I just look at Lance and I'm just like, I don't know about it.
I do give you that. The way that
I just don't know about it. Like,
yeah,
it's got like, I feel like Shawn Spears should be better than Lance Archer is right now, but Shawn Spears isn't getting that push he should be getting. Like tonight, Spears should have won.
Yeah,
I thought so too.
What is the point of all this? Like, if he's getting Tully and all this other shit, if this motherfucker's gonna lose,
they're dropping the ball with Shawn Spears.
Yeah, he should be a main eventer with that title eventually. But he's got the look and everything. He's got a better look than Lance Archer, and he's not getting it. You know, And he's got the fans behind him, too. We were there at AEW on New Year's Day when Shawn Spears came out. He's got the fans behind him, too. That's the thing.
And then, John to Billy Gunn over there.
Yeah.
Billy Gunn and his son. I mean, it's sad, because right now he is
WWE to avoid shit like this. And he got a new look, and he looks better, and
They act like they're going to push so many wrestlers, and they're not doing it in AEW. They're not. Shawn Spears should be getting a bigger push right now.
Lance Archer just jobs to Cody after all this. It's stupid.
Yeah, it will be stupid. I mean, to be honest with you, Shawn Spears deserves more. I think.
What about like Shawn Spears against Moxley? That would be a great match right there.
Yeah, but
let's push Shawn Spears up there. Why is Jack Hager up there right now? You know?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but Hager's got the no defeats in AEW.
Well, hopefully Shawn Spears is next then.
Well, I mean, Hager. I mean, although he's an ex-world champion, he probably.
But what did Hager have? Like 2 matches? So he's undefeated in 2 matches.
No, he's 4-0 for the year.
Oh, nice.
Or in AEW or something like that. So he.
Is he undefeated in Bellator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, either way, it's just like I hope they don't make him a jobber just like he was in WWE.
He's not taking the title off of Moxley though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Hopefully,
he's gonna be Cody or Omega that take it off of him. Probably.
It ain't Cody.
Yeah. We'll see. That's why they're probably gonna Cody this title.
I didn't Moxley winning. I said he was gonna take it off Jericho.
Yeah. All right, so we start off Lance Archer. He was over there with the promo with Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake is definitely the way that he describes Lance Archer is just awesome, and I do agree with you, Shaji. Jake's promos make you think you're about to see a killer. Yeah, I mean,
you look at him, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy dude?
Yeah, and
it's not like he's a big dude, but I'm like, I'm not very impressed either.
Yeah,
it was like when I saw MJF's bodyguard without his shirt on and everything, I was like, oh my god. I keep the shirt on then. You look more muscular with the clothes on.
There you go.
Well, you can't do a steel cage match in the suit.
Yeah. I know.
So he was going against a jobber. He easily got the win. All right. So then we got into the match that we were talking about. It was Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida. And, we all agreed.
Best match of the night right there.
Best match of the night. I see that you guys put over Britt Baker, but for me, it was Shida. She had an awesome match as always, man. She is so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they just both look great on this. They worked on this match.
Mm-hmm.
Like they knew what they knew what to do in this match.
I think part of me was thinking, hey, these girls, they probably saw Charlotte Flair over the weekend. You know what I mean? Charlotte Flair in her match. And they were like, yo, we need to do something big.
Yeah.
You know
that blood made it. That blood made it.
Oh, yeah. It definitely did. And Jericho putting over Britt Baker. You know what I mean? And we'll see where they go with Shida. I don't really see her winning over Nia because obviously you're going to want Nia with a long reign. You know what I mean? Nyla with a long reign. But at the same time, Shida, I've been saying about Shida like ever since when we first started watching AEW, I was like, yo, when the first match that I saw, I was like, yo, who the hell is this chick?
Yeah, Shida's great.
Her matches, the way that she did, I mean, put it this way. She beat Britt Baker, the girlfriend of Adam Cole, with Adam Cole's move.
Yeah.
The knee to the face, bro. And I was over there, I was just like, oh, man, that's got to hurt. Essentially, your husband's move just beat you in that match. Yeah, man.
Crazy.
All right. So we're going to go on with the next match. Next match of the night was the Best Friends versus Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa, which, I'm not going to lie. I was very impressed with this match. It was a very good match. You know what I mean? They started talking about the history between Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa. They even went further with Chris Jericho talking about, their
tag team history and all that.
Exactly, which made it even more intriguing.
Yeah.
Now,
and I did like Chris Jericho's comments about how great Nakazawa's shirts were. He said, Michael Nakazawa. He's like, yeah, you can find these shirts on AEW. They're like one of the, he came out some new shirts and everything. So go ahead and order it. It just says Michael Nakazawa.
Yeah, it's definitely a plain thing over there. I didn't see them winning this match, just due to
the
fact,
who's going to get pinned too.
Yeah, just due to the fact that they weren't going to beat the Best Friends and take their name as the Best Friends.
No,
I mean? But it was nice to see what's his name in the sideline who's been trying to get a tag team partner. What was it?
Was it Sean Spears? No.
Was it Spears? It was Spears. It was Spears where he was. Yeah, it was Sean Spears, and how he, essentially he's been trying to look for a tag team partner, and essentially, the last couple of weeks, any of these guys, he's like, oh goddamn, you could have been my next tag team partner. I guess he's looking for someone. You know what I mean? And maybe that'll be the run that he needs.
Who Sean Spears? It's probably gonna be Vance Archer is gonna probably be his partner.
I mean, that wouldn't be that bad. That would actually be real nice.
I bet you that's going to be your fit for the two of them.
Yeah, don't they both have mohawks? So
yeah.
And then they both got Jake, and you got like these legends with you in the back.
Yeah, I think Cody loves teaming up with these young guys with these old guys. That's his thing. Because there's no reason why is Arn Anderson with them? There's no reason.
No, just like Brandy is perfect with them. Why do you need a coach? You have a manager and a coach, and then he's reading a fucking playbook. Like, what the, oh yeah, I'm your freaking offensive coordinator.
Chris Jericho said he has that Waffle House menu on there.
I'm like, who the fuck does that? Like, oh yeah, you need to do who does that during a match?
Did you guys notice that a lot of those older individuals we did not see at AEW, and it could be because of the coronavirus? I mean, we already heard that Jake the Snake Roberts, essentially, he has COVID-19 right now, and he's right now posted up in
hotel.
In a hotel.
I saw DDP said he's thinking about taking him in.
No, DDP said before, he was like, because essentially he was staying with DDP, and DDP was like, yo, if you leave my house to go do these tapings, you're not coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why he's in the hotel right now.
Well, I think DDP is afraid because he said he's still sober.
Well, no, well, the whole thing is because DDP has little kids at his house.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want them to contract it.
Sure, DDP's got plenty of money. Just rent out an Airbnb for the dude.
Yeah, hopefully he does because if he goes down the wagon, I don't know if we're gonna get as good as promos as he's been given.
Yeah, we don't want Lance Archer giving promos.
Yeah, we don't want that. All right, so the next match we had the Exalted one. They've been really pushing him with these promos. Bunch of jobbers. I mean, yeah, this whole a lot of the guys. Yeah, Lance Archer go.
That's what Vince does, though. So he's copying what Vince does.
Yeah, but it's good though. I don't mind them doing this. You know what I mean? I don't mind them going against jobbers. It's when you guys put them against top talent, that's when it hurts these wrestlers.
Yeah.
When you have them these top wrestlers jobbing to other talent that you're trying to promote. I mean, that's what kills these wrestlers. I don't care what anyone else says. That's what kills them, bro. That's what killed Ricochet. That's what killed Apollo Crews. You know what I mean?
But everyone WWE is a top talent. That's the problem. You don't have any just low level talent.
Why don't they do like they did back in the day in WWE Superstars? Bring these guys that are locally. I mean, yeah, it's jobbers, but you don't have to do it on a constant basis where, like what they did with the Raiders, where every week they were going against jobbers.
Yeah, that's the problem with WWE. There's too much talent. It's like top talents there. What do you do when you have all this top talent,
So you have Brody Lee over there going against a jobber, and he was looking good, bro. I like the video package that they did before. you know, with the whole guys over there, and I think it's working, bro. I mean,
He's doing well with it, yeah.
yeah, he's doing well with it, you know, and his in-ring ability. I mean, obviously, he's one of the big guys in AEW. Him, Lance Archer are two big guys. Jake Hager, they're starting to get these big guys that hopefully in the future they'll push. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and who knows? You know, they still say he's Vince Jr. right now. You know, he's trying to be Vince. So I'm enjoying it though.
So next we had the little video package where they had Jake Hager and John Moxley. You know what I mean? And I was talking to my wife at the time. She was watching AEW with me, and freaking Jake Hager's wife is made for television, bro.
Oh yeah, totally. I felt like I was like, who's this lady?
She's made for television. Yes, she has the look and all that, but like the way that she sounds on the mic, and the way that she comes off.
Yeah, totally.
Jake Hager needs to have her as her manager, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean?
mean?
Should be coming out with him. I'm like, where do you? Because I think his wife was someone like a sports model or something.
It's got to be, man, because she works perfectly on the mic. The way that she was talking and promoting Jake Hager and explaining like, hey, this is what he does. I mean, you know, we see.
Guess what her name is?
What?
Catalina.
Oh my goodness.
Catalina White.
Catalina
She's
White.
a well-known model, actress, and singer from Florida.
That's why she's a well-known what? I mean, I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
I'm from Florida. But
Catalina. Tell your wife her real name is Catalina.
No, she's never gonna watch it again, AEW with me again. So, but at that moment, I had the remote and I was watching it. But you know, it does make sense. I mean, obviously, she's an actress and she's a songstress or whatever, you know, singer. But she worked good on the mic, bro.
Yeah, she did. She looked great.
She did a good job. She looked great. I mean, it was awesome. But they had that nice little promo where they were going against them. And I liked who they had. They had kind of like a dude that kind of like sounded like I don't know if you guys ever watched HBO 24/7 where when they did on the boxing matches where they followed the fighters in their training camps and up to their promos, and the guy kind of sounded just like that guy, and it did very well for television for me. I thought
it was great overall. It was setting it up as like a fight.
Yeah, exactly. And Jake Hager,
I think Jack Swagger looked more like a fighter, and then
yeah, he definitely did. You know,
Moxley was like all right.
And it in a sense, bro, I pretty much was thinking, I was like, man, Hager should win this off of this promo and this video package. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Obviously, we know that's not going to be that's not gonna happen because they're not gonna take it off of Moxley that soon. But I was like, man, this is
maybe the surprise us. They might will. I mean, you never know.
That would be awesome. I mean, they should surprise us with that. I mean, that would be awesome.
I mean, it could be for a week or two, and then give him back. But, you know, But I mean, who knows? I mean, unless they do a dusty.
A dusty finish?
Yeah.
What kind of dusty fit? What are we talking about?
Like it's a finish that like pretty much doesn't make either side look bad. Like a disqualification or something.
I mean, I could see that.
Running from the inner circle.
I mean, it's gonna have to be, man, because I feel that in a sense they're doing this match too soon. You know what I mean? Because Jake Hager should be going for that title and winning it when he does.
He should, like Jake Hager should be fighting for the other title though. The TV title first that they're doing, like that TNT title.
Yeah.
That's what he should be going for first. I think this is a position more for Sean Spears right now or some other heel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Jake Hager should hold some other title first. Like, you don't just go after Chris Jericho, who is your inner circle, and go after that same championship. Because then what happens to your group if he does win it,
Yeah.
He should have won for the other one, been in that tournament, and won it there. Rather than someone like Cody being in that thing, it should have been Jake Hager being in there.
Hey, I don't mind Cody over there. I mean, we're going to go to the next match, and that's Cody Spears and Cody versus Spears, and for the bracket for the TNT title, and Cody ended up coming out with the win. They did a nice little video package explaining the history between them, and I believe it was the pay-per-view All Out where they had the bout. You know what I mean? And they really bigged up what's his face, Sean Spears in this match, and it like we were talking about, Sean Spears should be a little bit higher up on the totem pole. I mean, you see, even like from the get-go, like with the chairman and then Tully, and then how he came out, and it's like, it's definitely a disappointment, but at the same time, he lost this match against Cody, bro. And then now it's looking like it's going to be Cody versus Lance Archer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't mind Cody winning this title. I mean, and running with this title and promoting it, because you're going to need to promote this title. You're going to want this to be a big match. Don't you guys think?
Yeah, and I guess at some point the Elite need to win like titles.
The tournament, like, let me see, TNT tournament, TNT title.
Yeah, but and I think the Elite at some point need to win titles. They really haven't had any titles yet, and they've been staying away from it. And I guess Cole, like the perfect person. I wish Omega was the one that won a title. Like the tag team titles are fine, but like individual titles, I'm talking about more.
I'd rather see Sammy Guevara or Dustin win it.
Yeah, but Omega would have been a good one, but they put him in the tag team title crap for now. So
I don't mind having Cody winning it, holding it like his world title. It's gonna put value to it. Obvious.
You can't
be the first one. It'll put a lot of value to it.
It would, right?
It would, yeah. I think it definitely would.
He essentially the TNT title is going to be like their version of the IC, and if he could turn that into it, I mean, we say it all the time. You're going to need someone to establish those type of titles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the problem with WWE right now. They don't have people that establish those titles. The U.S. title is shit. The IC title right now, I'm not gonna lie, it could be good. I mean, we're gonna see where Sami Zayn takes it, if he's gonna have a long reign. I mean, essentially that, but at the same time, it's like it hasn't been what it was been known for. We had awesome champions that held that belt with prestige. The Ultimate Warrior, the Honky Tonk Man,
The
Miz. Who else?
Mr. Perfect.
Daniel Bryan, Mr. Perfect.
Bret Hart.
Exactly. And these are guys that held that title with prestige, and in a sense, it's devalued. It's been devalued in the last few years, the last decade. Well, besides the Miz. I mean,
the Miz was the last one to make it big. Like, after Miz, it was just gone, Yeah. Miz made it important. But that's because of his like promo skills and everything. He made it prestigious again because he
talked about the history,
how important that title was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Miz is only like the third highest, and he needs to beat Chris Jericho. No, Pedro Morales and somebody else to have the most days as champion.
Yeah. But that's why Vince loves the Miz. It's like he makes he does well with everything he does.
Yeah, he does.
He knows how to make things important. Every match important.
That's why every year he has some kind of belt. He always has either tag team or intercontinental.
But Vince gives him any dying title. He's like, okay, it's time for Miz to get this title to make it important again.
Wait until he gets the 24/7 championship.
No, that title is gonna be let go sooner or later.
You think so?
No, it's pretty much he's gonna be R-Truth's title for the rest of his life. Whenever he wants it. R-Truth is winning that title forever.
I think Vince loves it, R-Truth. So I mean, they're really good friends backstage or whatever.
But R-Truth is funny. He's like he works his butt off too. Like, look at his body still at his age. You know.
Yeah.
Even Brock. Brock said he wants to do a program with R-Truth.
Yeah, I mean he's on.
He's another one. Everything he touches is gold. Like everyone loves. R-Truth is just the funniest dude ever.
Yo, how long
has make any segment?
How long has R-Truth been in WWE already, bro?
Remember we did take like water breaks and everything. R-Truth, like he got tired during a match, and he went to look for water.
Yeah, he was there in the early late '90s, and then he left to TNA, and came back.
Yeah, and then it's crazy, man.
He was a 2-time world champion in TNA.
Oh yeah.
And then he makes this great rap song. I love his rap song lately. I listen to that shit when I work out.
You listen to all wrestling songs when you work out, bro.
Yeah,
I got that pumping in my garage when I'm working out.
Listen to the Zack Ryder song.
AJ Styles, all that kind of stuff. Everything's going on.
All right, so I think we're all in the same mindset that AEW had the best show of the week, right?
No, NXT.
No.
Yeah. No.
Who? The only good match AEW was Britt Baker.
Britt Baker match. NXT had the girls 5-way, and the
Ciampa.
The Ciampa one was good, but I think the only reason we don't look at it as good is because we just saw Edge and Randy Orton. But otherwise, if it was,
I thought NXT had a better show.
Okay.
Overall.
All right.
All right, let's take a break. I need to use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, break. All right.
The best friends and the
really?
Yeah, I'm like those. Like I said, Jim Cornette said it was 4 guys jerking off on national TV for 20 minutes.
I was like, it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was good. It was humorous. Obviously, Nakazawa with the whole oil thing. Everyone knows. The first time I saw that, I was what was it? We were at that pay-per-view in not in Tampa. Was it Tampa?
New York. It was MSG, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in MSG, and we saw him busting out the oil. I mean, it's definitely different, but with that match, it was. I don't know. I started. You had Kenny Omega in it, and he started doing jokes. So you're right. It was a joking match. You know what I mean? But pro wrestling is full of those type of matches, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't anything special on
that. What you over there messing with, bro?
No, I'm still figuring out. There's so many like screws to make everything like in the right position. I got one up here, one down here, one down there.
Got all these screws over there, bro.
Just making sure everything's in the right place.
I got my simple tripod.
Yeah, he over there messing around like he's Mr. Kennedy over there.
Mister!
I'm going to have one dropping from the ceiling soon.
Dropping from the chandelier.
When the podcast starts, I'm going to press a smart button and it's going to drop down.
There you go. Look at me. Yo, that
what buddy Dan would do.
Yo, that intro that he used to do used to be awesome, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna wait.
I mean, still to this day. I mean, he's doing it in NWA. It's still pretty. But
yeah.
I don't know. Is he still there? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he is still at NWA.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw somebody wrote on Facebook that he left NWA for TNA because they're trying to bring the Aces and Eights back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't fucking know why.
With who? There's no one in the original Ace and Eights that's gonna be there.
Well, he wasn't even original. He was just.
Yeah, he was. He wasn't original.
I think only Billy and what's the name? Devon are original.
Yeah.
We'll see where they go from here. All right, so we're gonna get on to SmackDown. SmackDown was a pretty decent show. I thought they did a lot better than Raw when it comes to doing like content. And, Raw was missing out because they had, so many different video packages and explaining previous stuff. So I thought SmackDown did well. I mean, we had in the kickoff Braun over there. And essentially, look, then this is what I was talking about earlier with Raw. The champion came out in the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So Raw just didn't give a shit. Like they did it. They put so much kind of effort, I guess, into WrestleMania and making it happen. They're like Raw was pre-taped before probably WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, or it was probably right after the WrestleMania match. They're like, hey, let's just go into a Raw episode. And you saw the same match again.
But Raw, you got to look at it like, what are they going to do if Drew can't come out in the beginning and the end? What are they going to do as the main event?
Why not have...
Because it wasn't live. He wasn't taped.
But you could have just done it at the beginning rather than do it at the end and just have him come out live.
It was a main event.
It wasn't even a main event. It was a after show of WrestleMania.
Yeah, but what are they going to show at the end of Raw?
No, you could have did this at Raw. You had Drew McIntyre come out in the beginning, right? Then you have the Big Show interrupt them, and then essentially they had their whole
set it up for later
and set it up for later.
Oh, so you're saying tape it like that?
Yes, tape it like that, where they have.
They didn't have to make it an after show of WrestleMania
because essentially that after show of WrestleMania was essentially what they could have done in on Raw.
Well, of course, if they taped it like that, instead they taped it. They said it was 20 minutes after he fought Brock, and then
that's why we're saying it was stupid.
That's why he was.
But instead, just make just change the graphics to Raw, and we don't need to know when it was taped.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so essentially, SmackDown came out good when it came to. I mean, I know they lost in the ratings. I mean, the ratings already came out today, but at the same time, Braun Strowman coming out. He definitely won the championship. He goes out there. Shinsuke Nakamura comes over here. They had the whole beef with the IC title. So at the same time, it was interesting with that. He challenged him later at the end of the night. You know what I mean? I mean, people are gonna hate that. I mean, they'll be like, "Oh, why Shinsuke?" But you know what? It's in time. We're in the coronavirus. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you got to have talent out there. You know what I mean? So then we saw the replay of of WrestleMania with the Kabuki Warriors and Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. I mean,
well, that's where SmackDown started out right.
Yeah.
But then to do the rematch, but now it's over. Okay. Just you're done with it now.
Yeah.
They don't need to touch each other anymore. Let's be over with it. Well, but SmackDown started out the right way, though.
Yeah, that's only a few weeks. Imagine these two dickheads, what's the name? Rollins and Owens doing it for 6 months.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So we'll see where we come up from there. I mean, afterwards.
Well, like tag teams like Iconic need to come back. Where are they?
Tag teams like what?
The Iconic.
No, they're probably stuck in Australia.
Yeah. But some of these other tag teams need to come back.
Well, one of the partners, we know the other one is in Florida somewhere because we see her in those videos.
Oh, Peyton Royce?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's married to the chairman.
Yeah. We see her over there with going crazy for Lucky Charms. Yeah, man. But the other one might be in Australia. Mm-hmm. But
Billy Kay.
Yeah, Billy Kay. So then they brought up the whole Otis and Mandy. Obviously they're continuing on with this storyline, which they promoted it. You had Ziggler come out with what's her name again?
Sonya Deville.
Yeah, Sonya Deville. And then Tucker comes out there and shows the pictures of Mandy and our boy Otis. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They show like those workout videos and everything. Well, the workout stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. In the middle of the week, Vic sent me that they were live on Instagram, and bro, I went on there. I had to watch it.
Yeah.
It came up on my feed too, and I was like, you know what? Let me go watch it. I mean, it was entertaining. You know what I mean?
I know I tagged you guys in that video.
Yeah, I was over there trying to. Go ahead.
He's talking about the Otis and the Mandy video. You were talking about the Mandy.
Yeah, we're not talking about that other video where she does on TikTok. No, we're talking about the Otis and Mandy. They had a Q&A on Instagram Live, and essentially they were asking questions and all this other stuff. I asked questions that they didn't respond to. I was just pretty much essentially I told them, I was like, yo, one thing I said, you guys need to be working out together. Maybe they saw that. Who knows? You know what I mean? And
earlier in the week, Otis was on. Otis was Instagramming her, and she was there with her mom.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but I did see when it came live on my Instagram, and I did. Another question I asked, I was like, "Yo, are you guys going to be wearing what was it? What did I say? Are you guys going to be trying to get matching outfits?"
Listen to that either.
Yeah, they didn't listen to that either.
Hey, so I did gotta lie, I did a Mandy's workout on Sheamus's Celtic Warrior workout. Man, Sheamus makes me feel better when I'm doing the workouts because Sheamus is struggling so hard doing those ab workouts.
Yeah, he struggles for a lot. He's in so much. He's in really good shape. He even struggled for Otis' workout. So,
I mean, it's different.
Some of these workouts are tough though, but good for Sheamus. He's like trying everything out. I love it. Like I put that on while I work out, and then just in my garage now. It sucks, but
yeah.
I was.
He was huffing and puffing at Edge's workout.
I was watching the workout that he did with John Cena, and John Cena had the Van Damme machine.
Yeah.
Well, I need to see that one.
The best ab workout though, I think Mandy's got the best ab workout in there. Mandy and Sonya, they got the best ab workout. If you watch theirs. Lana's isn't bad either.
Mm-hmm.
I was going on the ones that I was hurting me. I was cramping up.
So next we had the dirt sheet. We had the Miz and Morrison. They over there doing their whole shtick, and then we had the Usos.
Hey, haha.
Yeah, I sent you guys the video of that video. I was like, what the hell when I saw it?
It's not that bad. It's catchy.
It's catchy, but it's not, I don't know, it's not for me. I mean, I do think the hey, hey, ho, ho is catchy, but that video, no.
They're supposed to be a satire, make fun of the Usos.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was definitely interesting. They dropped some bombs over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole, Vix, he sent the text, and that's exactly what I heard with the whole that, your dad's only famous because he was twerking. Yeah, I mean, and that was that was a bomb right there. So so we had the Usos interrupt them, and then we had the New Day interrupt them, and essentially they said that they're gonna have a tag team match next week with the other opponents. And it's interesting that it's gonna be the other opponents. You know what I mean? And we'll see what happens from here. I mean, obviously, we need someone else to go with the Miz and Morrison. We need to see who's going to defeat these guys, or maybe they hold this title until they like fall apart at SummerSlam, because we know that's where eventually it's going to end, bro.
Yeah. I think they're gonna, but I don't think it's gonna end just yet for them. I think it's gonna go past that, like Rumble wise. I feel like they're gonna hold on to this title for a while.
Interesting. Okay.
Wait till the Rumble, and then then maybe try to work on spinning them up again.
I mean, if you're gonna put them in a match at WrestleMania, which essentially you're right, it could make for a very good WrestleMania match.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, why not? Yeah, exactly. You need matches. That would be awesome. It's going to be hard to see how long if they could drag this out for that long. You know what I mean?
Because I think so. Because when you get to Survivor Series time, it's more like Raw against SmackDown against NXT. So it's like a whole different storyline at that time. Everyone's together, so it gives them space to do that. So we'll see what's I think that's a good time because then the next big pay-per-view is Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So you got Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and then I think it was like we're already in May pretty much. So years going flying by. Hopefully this coronavirus will too. Fly on by.
All right, so SmackDown, they came out with the surprise appearance of the NXT tag, trio tag team, the Forgotten Sons. They're on Friday Night SmackDown.
Oh, they were? Oh, I didn't see them on Hulu.
Oh, you...
they were. It wasn't a big deal though.
Yeah,
I saw.
It wasn't. They were going against Lucha House Party, but at the same time, I was intrigued. I was like, "Oh snap! They brought these guys up."
They looked good though.
No, they've always looked good. They have a good look. They have good ring.
Especially the leader guy.
Jackson Riker.
Yeah. So they're all they have the potential. I felt so bad that in NXT they never got the title. You know what I mean? Because I felt that they were deserving of it. You know what I mean? Just like how I felt that only Lorcan and Birch, they're deserving of it. You know
come on.
Come on. They put on awesome matches, bro. You cannot knock on them. You know, yeah, they don't got the look, you know what I mean? And they only do a certain stick, but their matches on point though.
Hey, what would you think though, like as a stable with Elias as their leader?
Who's the Sons of Anarchy guys?
Yeah, your Forgotten Sons. With Elias as your leader of that. I don't know. They all have like similar looks and everything.
Yeah, but Elias is not a biker. He's a singer.
Yeah, he's a singer.
Yeah, he can be a biker too. Undertaker was. Undertaker was there.
How about you put how about this though? You put
Corbin was a biker.
No. How about you put the Forgotten Sons with Aleister Black?
No, but different brands though.
Oh yeah, you're right. But essentially that would match with them though.
I would say Elias has a similar look to these guys.
No, he does.
And he could be a good leader for the three of these guys. A good, even a face and great on the mic too.
Yeah, but they're heels though, and they're trying to push Elias as a face.
I know, but you know how they change back and forth all the time.
Yeah, Elias.
Look at Big Show every time he comes back. You never know if he's a heel or a face.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then we had the whole segment with Bailey and Sasha Banks coming out to the ring, and they're cutting their promos. Bailey saying that she's the best ever, and there's no one that can defeat her. Then surprise, I mean, obviously you heard them talking about Tamina before that. They give her the big push, and she's coming out, and then essentially Bailey says, if you beat Sasha Banks, I'll give you a shot at the title. What are you guys' thoughts on what is transpiring and what the WWE is trying to develop over here?
I mean, it could be.
I think they're trying to come up with more challenges for Bailey.
Yeah. Until what's her name? Visa is clear. What's her name?
Rhea,
Australian girl.
No, I honestly think they're just trying to give some more space with Sasha and Bailey, and just wait for it with those two to fight again. I think if Rhea comes back, she's still staying at NXT. I think this is just a time for, hey, we don't want to push Sasha just yet to fight her. Let's keep giving her a little bit of space, and let's just keep giving Bailey new challengers every month.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Rhea Ripley, I mean, I know you guys saw the breaking news that she's going to be in Australia for a while due to the fact that she needs to redo her immigration papers, and then all of a sudden that could have been a reason why they dropped the title over there, and now she's over there probably for a long time, because as soon as she gets over there, automatically 14 days quarantine, and then we're probably not going to see her for a few weeks, probably maybe a month.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time, bro. I mean, who knows? Within a month, they could change a lot of different stuff. I mean, obviously with WWE right now, there's a big update with them going back to doing live tapings and them over there trying to talk to their superstars, and superstars supposedly they're going against it. And I even heard a rumor that some superstars are trying to talk to state officials of Florida to try to bar them from doing tapings, bro. And I think that's probably Sasha Banks over there trying to do some nonsense.
Well, if superstars want to do that, they should just do like, hey, you want to do the whole thing like Saudi and everything? You don't want to go? Don't come then. We'll push these other guys. That's what they should do.
You know what? That's actually a good point right there. You know what I mean?
You don't want to come? Okay, don't come. And whoever wants to come, we'll push them. Braun got that, opportunity. He's a world champion now. Look at these guys,
Definitely. I mean, going back to Friday Night SmackDown, we had Sheamus over there jobbing this, but not jobbing to someone, but over there taking a head off of some jobber over there.
Yeah,
and I'm excited for Sheamus. Aren't you guys? Like, I feel like Sheamus is coming up as your, I've always loved Sheamus. He's got the promo skills, he's got the body, he's got, the wrestling all down. I think he needs to be world champion again at some point. I think they're building him up to be that again. Don't push, keep him away from any tag team title. And I think that's what they're doing right now. They are getting him stronger. We'll see what happens with him, but I think he's getting ready for that main event push again. And he deserves it. What is he, a 3-time, 4-time champion?
I think he's 4-time.
He deserves better than that. He's a big talent for this company.
What are your thoughts, Vic? Where do you see them going with Sheamus?
Sheamus, yeah. I mean, he could be, if Braun keeps it, he could be, if they build him up right, the contender for SummerSlam. Sheamus versus Braun. Be a good match.
No, I definitely agree. I mean,
but didn't you guys love him as champion when he was?
When he was a heel when he first came, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, him as a heel, it definitely picks up. I mean, like, but he's been kind of like lost in the sauce. I mean, but normally this is how it happens with Sheamus, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's up in the top spot.
And he's one of Triple H's buddies, so I'm like, I feel like he's gonna be up there again.
No, he definitely will be. I mean, who knows? Maybe Money in the Bank again. You know what I mean?
He works out with Triple H, which I'm surprised. Why doesn't he have a workout thing with Celtic Warrior with Triple H?
Just because Triple H and Stephanie work out with that guy at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, but they still live together, him and Triple H. I guess Triple H probably doesn't want it either.
Well, yeah. So then we got Braun Strowman versus maybe they'll do that once he gets the title, and then they're like, oh yeah, then we're gonna go on this show.
Like, I wouldn't even see Sheamus do it with Vince. I want to see Vince work out with Sheamus. I want to see Vince's workout.
It'll probably be one of the most.
I enjoy all these workouts. I watch everything. Like, I go through all of them.
I like watching some of them. Yeah,
Edge was probably the worst, though.
Yeah, but he was out of breath during Edge's run.
Yeah, it was like walking up mountains and riding up mountains and hitting sledgehammers against mountains.
No, I saw the one with treadmill and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Edge's too. Then.
So we had next match continuing on. Braun Strowman versus Shinsuke Nakamura, and for what it was, I mean, it was an all right match. You know what I mean? But at the end, Braun Strowman won, and then surprise, we had the Firefly Funhouse come out on Friday Night SmackDown taping, and it was definitely interesting.
I loved it. I thought it was great. The storyline continues with Bray and Braun, and Bray talked about how he made Braun and how he's going to end Braun. But then Braun came back, let me in. I'll let you in. Bitch.
It's like I told you guys, let me into the chat room in the Zoom.
Yeah, I mean, just like what you guys were saying, I mean, it was all good. I mean, they're continuing on. I was definitely surprised to see Bray Wyatt going on over here, but at the same time, they got so much history. I mean, I don't know where they go from here, man. I mean, do they give the title back to Bray? I mean, obviously, you know, we've heard all the dirt sheets, you know what I mean, and all the rumors and what happened with the whole Goldberg match, and essentially Goldberg wasn't supposed to win the match, and then all of a sudden he caused some drama backstage, saying that, you know, he needs to beat the Fiend because he's a superhero.
Yeah.
Some kids' eyes, which I don't know where they get that from. I've never viewed him as a superhero per se, you know what I mean? But maybe
I think a lot of it's false. So, like, you know, they didn't have to bring Goldberg in. You don't have to bring Goldberg. They could have been like, no, we don't need you, Goldberg.
Well, now they're not going to need Goldberg because supposedly, since he was over there so adamant on having to win and get creative control over the match, that you know, they say that they're probably not going to use Goldberg for a while, which, you know, in my sense.
I heard his contract's end. He doesn't want to renew. So.
Well, it's going to be till the Saudis are the ones that like to bring Goldberg back.
Exactly, and that's when it's going to happen. I figure at one point there's going to be something that happens, and then eventually he'll go on a Saudi match. But
I feel like all the Goldberg stuff is, a lot of it's not real. You know, he doesn't really, I don't think he really cares for having the title. I really don't think it's a big deal to him. He just did what he needed to do for the company. You know, even the Bray thing, creative control, if that's his creative control that we saw in that match, you know, that was pretty awful.
It was awful, but you know what? And people like one of our lost hooligans, they look up to Goldberg, you know what I mean? And that could be the lost hooligan, Jobin John's superhero. You know what I mean?
You think Vince and Triple H would allow that crap? Vince and Triple H would not allow that if it wasn't what they planned. They just wanted that title off of Bray.
Yeah, I mean, essentially that's what it happens.
They were setting up for Cena and Bray. That's really what it was. But then they wanted Goldberg and Roman, but that didn't work out. So Bray was not Bray, but Braun was like your next bet, you know, and that's where I think a little bit more creative went to Goldberg.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what's Roman Reigns going to be doing in the next couple of weeks, bro.
Well, he's going to be staying home. I don't think he's coming back till like September or something. Like, honestly, until this whole coronavirus thing is over, he ain't coming back.
Yeah, or SummerSlam if they could get a match out of him by then.
With that weak immune system, he's not coming back anytime soon. So.
All right. So, I mean, obviously, they already got one of the title matches on Money in the Bank. Who do you think wins that match?
They could give it back to Bray, and then if they're sure Roman's going to come back by SummerSlam,
and do the Bray Roman at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
and then have another.
I think Bray's getting it back.
Bray's getting him back, and then have Roman Reigns, the big dog superhero, come and take the belt from over there, because all of a sudden he's not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And they'll have Goldberg get it back next race at WrestleMania.
The only thing Roman's afraid of is coronavirus. So.
He never got the rematch.
How about if Bray, he does something in a sense where he's like a disease?
I don't know.
Is that too much?
I got that coronavirus. I'm coming after you.
That'll get him afraid. You know what I mean?
It's too soon. 12,000 Americans already died. It was too soon.
No, we're at like 18,000.
Oh, 18,000. Okay.
Yeah.
that was.
Would you? That was 12,000 like Monday. We're like 18,000 right now.
Well, I mean, it's not that bad over here. That's why.
No, it's all up New York.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I think top 20 states, Florida's up there, right? It's the top 10 somewhere.
It's in the top 10. It's top 5, I think.
Well, Jacksonville and Miami area, Duval and Miami.
But it's mostly Miami area.
Yeah.
Miami area is the high number.
You guys are like number 2.
Really? Yeah.
Duval.
Oh,
Duval. Well, it's only like 200 cases or something. It's not like anyone's died.
Yeah, but those No, they have some deaths. I think it's very low, but it's
Yeah, but it's just cases overall.
yeah, but a lot of those cases are like down in the South Side.
But I don't know if is this on the podcast? Are we putting this on? You're gonna cut it out.
I'm gonna cut it off.
I don't know. But like, a lot of the even people who died during this coronavirus time, they're counting it as deaths. That's what I read. So if people are dying during this time, they're counting it as deaths too.
Well, I read an article by the Miami Herald, and essentially, Florida is trying to downplay how many people actually have the viruses. You know what I mean? Because essentially, what Florida counts is the state tests that are being done.
Yeah,
there's
and our virus too. It didn't come from China, so the China virus went to Europe. We got our virus from Europe, though. So if those idiots from Europe came over, we would have gotten the virus from them.
It's a lot of people that went over to Europe. Let's put it that way, bro.
Well, no, I'm just saying this is a Europe. Like they looked at the genetics on where this European virus, because the virus is mutating constantly, and right now the virus that we have in the States, it's from Europe. It's not the China version of it. But China got locked down too early, but we have the UK version of everything that got mutated.
But the UK people got it from China, right?
Yeah, but it mutates. So we didn't get it directly from China. We got it from the UK.
But in reality, if some idiot in China didn't eat a bat or fuck a possum, whatever they did over there, there would be no there would be no virus in Europe.
No, and that's where it all started there. But if our boy, Trump has stopped even anyone, like if Jacob wasn't allowed to come back from Europe, we would have been fine.
Yeah, it's just fucking.
If Jacob got locked down in Spain, we would have been all okay.
Yo, so
we're gonna save America, Jacob.
And look at Duval County right now. All of a sudden, Jacob comes back from Spain, and then look what happens in Duval County.
Yeah. All right, so I put myself on.
Jacob came back to America. America went to the shitter.
No. I put myself on quarantine 14 days before you guys start that nonsense. You know what I mean? Lena didn't go to daycare. I didn't do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hacked into the public's camera system, and I saw you shopping.
No. Oh, we were doing Instacart. Yeah. So we were on quarantine for 14 days, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, but you could have infected that person that did the Instacart brought to your house.
You're right. That could have happened.
Right back into Publix, then Duval had all these Publix employees that got infected.
Yeah, I got a report from that guy who went to your door. You answered the door in commando.
Bro, I gave him a 5-star, bros. I gave these guys 5 stars.
And then you didn't even want to come to WrestleMania over St. John's County, where our count is like super low. We have like 28 people in this county.
Well, that's because I didn't go over there, bro.
Yeah.
But you just drive through the. You got some potent ones, so when you just drive past people on the highway, it just gets.
You're right though, because I'm not wearing face mask or anything, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta wear that shit all day. All day at work. All day at work, I gotta wear that shit. Yeah. And then I go to Publix and like Jordan's like, I'm like, I wear a fucking face mask all day. I'm not wearing that and shit in Publix too. Now Publix, they have like arrows. You gotta go down up one aisle to go down the other aisle.
Yeah.
And then go up the other aisle. I'm like, it took me forever to get out of that grocery store today.
Yeah, I went to Walmart and Aldi today, and I had to dress like a surgeon, and you had to wait online.
But you don't have to. Do you have one way on an aisle? We had one way on an aisle.
We don't have that. We just have to wait. They count every person that comes out to let more people in.
So if I miss something on the back of the aisle, they're gonna go all the way around in a circle to come back on that. I can't back on up.
That's some elementary bullshit.
Yeah. But so going back to what I was saying about the Miami Herald. So supposedly there's like all these, the numbers are skewed in Florida. It's actually probably a lot higher. It's just that there's a lot of people, there's a backlog right now on the test. that are being performed, and then 2.
And there are plenty of tests in Florida right now, though.
Yeah,
We have plenty of tests. Like you can go to your primary at the test right now if you wanted to.
but and this is where they were talking about is like, yeah, the primary care, but there's a lot of private areas, and they are not reporting their numbers.
Yeah,
I mean the private hospitals and the private scene. So, you know, that's your boy DeSantis trying to pull a fast one, bro.
I do like DeSantis though. I think overall, I think for Florida, he did a pretty good job.
Of course,
like
DeSantis, bro.
But this whole shit is a clusterfuck, though.
Of course,
I think our boy from New York, Cuomo, needs to run for president, though.
Yeah, he does, especially after what he did. Yeah, he needs to. DeSantis is, bro. He's freaking what's his name? Trump's pawn.
No, he's Trump's. He's tried not to make risks in the Republican Party. He's trying to follow the rules, like Trump's saying. But at the same time, he's a religious dude too, and that's where the problem comes. He's religious.
We'll see, bro.
Yeah, Pence is religious,
so it's the religious stuff. That's where Trump's kind of, but Trump's not religious, but he acts like he is. You know.
Well, the second year he wasn't, and third and fourth year he tried to incorporate that in there. So
no, but he's not religious. He knows. He knows the parties.
Prayer for people on Good Friday, bro.
Yeah, the Trump just knows. He knows who to try to touch.
He's a
showman. The churches are the ones that vote. You know, it's not these young idiots that vote. It's the churches.
Yeah, I mean that's why he has Pence as vice president because
and Pence is a smart dude. Like, you know, Trump is like, like I listen to his press conference every day. He's like, oh, there's germs. They're very bad germs. These are really, really bad germs. You know, they're going to affect us pretty bad. These germs are really bad, very, very bad, and they're going to infect us.
They're the worst germs out there.
Yeah, but we're doing an awesome job. Like, America is great, and our economy is great, and my ratings are high. You know, everything is great right now, and the economy is going to be better, but the germs are bad. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you saying? And then Pence comes up, and then everything is like knowledgeable again, like, you know, or the other guy, you know. I'm like, but
the Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, that's my boy.
But I want Cuomo. Cuomo doesn't want to run. It's like impossible for him to get that unless Biden like from Corona. No, it really is.
Cuomo's not.
Biden needs to like die from Corona, like because Bernie dropped out, and Cuomo's not even running for.
Not enough time,
bro. There's not enough time. That ship has sailed. Yeah. It is Biden 2020 right now.
But if Biden took Cuomo as his VP, there's a difference. Or Biden took I think Michelle's his number one candidate, Michelle Obama.
That would be awesome.
Then you have a chance. Yeah, but I think if I was Biden, I would take Cuomo. I'd be like,
I really don't think Trump wants to run again. I mean, he's just doing it just because I remember a press conference a few days ago. He's like, I don't know where Barack is. If I were him, but I don't want to see me for 4 more years. I mean, he does want to see me for 4 more years. Be back at Biden right now, but
Trump is like, oh, these are the best ratings anyone's ever gotten on TV. He's talking about ratings on a press conference.
On a pandemic.
And do you see the stuff he says at press? No, I'm not going to answer your question. You're awful. Like you do not need to be in the press. Like he's saying this shit to
he's an asshole.
The press.
He became president to make the economy better. He did. I mean, that's what he did. I mean,
he did.
He didn't care about people's feelings or nothing. He's a businessman.
He made the economy better.
He did.
He did.
I mean,
he did make the economy better. Like, you know, he did. He did make the economy better.
He made the economy better, but it's just he doesn't know how to behave or act.
Did any of his things put more dollars in your pocket?
Well, I wasn't poor when he was president.
We still poor, bro.
Nah.
Well, no, honestly, like he's put more jobs in America.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In America.
Yeah, like my brother's jobs wouldn't be outsourced to Asia right now if it wasn't for Obama.
Okay.
He did get laid off from 2 jobs, right?
Yeah.
That went to India.
Yeah. Oh, no, the other one didn't go to India. My mattress firm is private, so yeah.
But it's like you got to keep these companies in America. You do. It's like it's bullshit. What's going on? Like you can't keep outsourcing these freaking jobs.
And China getting away with all this, spreading a virus all over across the world, and now paying no tariffs.
Mm.
And now China's got a whole thing with America for farmers too, so they got to buy products from the U.S. for farmer.
I'm going to make sure I delete all this nonsense that you guys have been talking for like the past, I don't know, maybe like 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Because
I'm gonna honestly, I will vote for Trump over Biden though.
Nah,
I think Biden's a freaking idiot.
I highly doubt that, bro.
You don't think I will? I voted for Trump the last time.
No, I said I highly doubt that I am gonna keep this rolling.
He's a WWE Hall of Famer. I'll definitely vote for him.
Nah, I am not voting for. Come on, bro. I mean,
he took a stunner.
Even if I didn't want, even if I wanted to vote for Biden, Texas is gonna vote for Trump. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Your electoral college votes gotten you out.
Yeah.
So Jacob, your vote doesn't even matter, even if you do vote for Biden. Florida's already won by the Republicans.
Yeah.
Every old person I talk to. So I was making fun of Trump speaking today, and it was a New Yorker. It was a New Yorker old guy, a New Yorker who lives up in the country, and he's like, I was talking about, how he says about the germs. He's not the most well-spoken guy, and he got kind of offended. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're getting offended by me not saying he's well-spoken. Like, I did vote for the dude, but he really isn't the most well-spoken guy. Like when Pence comes up, he talks more educated, and the guy kind of got offended that I talked about Trump like that. I was like, oh, really? But it's these old people love Trump.
It's definitely a trying time, bro.
It is.
Yeah. I mean,
but he's keeping Biden off of TV, right? He's doing what he can for this presidency. So you see what he's doing. Like, there's no commercials for Biden at all.
I see commercials for Biden, bro.
But either way, by the time Biden can, go around, the coronavirus is it fucked it up. There's no way he could come back and get all the votes in 2-3 months.
No, I definitely.
That's why Trump's on TV every day. He's on TV every day because he wants his face out there. And then when this economy's fixed, the country's fixed, he's going to take credit for all that.
And
I mean, he kind of should.
I don't think. I don't think he's fixing anything.
He's the president. Well, if it got fucked up and got fixed,
I don't think he's fixing anything. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put this out there. Hold on, where we at right here?
Oh, we gotta do a closing on this one, right?
Yeah, I got a perfect closing for this one.
Been briefed by the CDC of the words about a pandemic at this.
No, we're not at all.
you're talking about
We have it totally
what,
controlled.
is that Trump?
Under control. We think it's going to have a very good ending for us. So that I can assure you.
I think we're now up to our faith in the United States. Concerned to you.
I do. I think Trump's an idiot. I think Biden's an idiot. I think we're gonna have a bad next 4 years either way. But as long as you bring the jobs back to America, I think we're good.
Yeah, I mean, he himself said he's not a doctor. He doesn't know shit about the pandemic.
We're in great shape. We have the greatest doctors in the world. We have it very much under control.
We do have the greatest doctors and healthcare workers.
Very well under control in our country. We have very few people with it, but people are getting better. They're all getting better. I think that whole situation will start working out. We think we're in very good.
In the mood for something smooth? Take your pick.
See that? And that's where I'm going to shut that off. Obviously you guys over there think that this the Hall of Famer is doing an awesome job. Yeah, I mean,
well, if it's jobs, of course, I say it is. He is, but I mean, he wasn't on a roll.
He didn't help you with your job. I mean, you went and worked for. You applied for a job at a state hospital. I mean that position was already there. I mean, it wasn't a Trump.
Well, the thing is, I could have got a job back in September. I chose not to.
Yeah,
there was jobs there.
Yeah, but no. But I'm just saying though, that's not a Trump job that was presented.
No. I mean, if I wanted a Trump job, I would have a Trump job.
And if I get that hazard pay and everything that's about to come, they're talking about the next stimulus package, I will vote for friggin' Trump easily. That's not even a joke.
That's not happening.
If they say $25,000 in my pocket,
that's Biden, fool.
No, that's part of the new stimulus package.
That's Biden, bro.
It's Schumer. It's Chuck Schumer. Schumer's doing it.
Schumer and Biden are on.
Yeah,
that.
but Trump's going to be the one that signs off on it. He gets the credit for it. You don't realize on that.
He doesn't get credit for that shit, bro.
He does.
He wasn't
his presidency.
That fool wasn't the person that thought of it. You know what I mean? And if you think that Trump is the one behind that and he should get credit for that, I mean, come on, bro. That's pretty retarded.
I mean, that's the case, and no president should get credit for anything that happens. They never think of anything. They just pass it or veto it. That's it.
I don't know about that. I mean, Obama thought of Obamacare, right?
Nah, how do you know that?
Yeah, and had that failed, didn't it?
It has his name on it, bro.
It failed, though. Obamacare failed.
You don't know. He could be one of us people that thought of it, and he just he spoke it. He's the talker.
And the big thing is the Republicans had to vote for it.
Obamacare, for Obamacare, I would have to pay $300 a month. I'd rather have no insurance than pay that shit.
Oh, that's how much I was paying when I was working at Westchester Medical, bro.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. There's no reason that, and that doesn't even cover everything. $300 a month, and then you have to pay $100 for copay. That's ridiculous.
All this stuff with Democrats, the more money you make, the more you got to pay.
This is why I don't like to put politics into my wrestling, because we have a lot of people that have been skewered and they've been brainwashed.
Or have you been brainwashed, though? You got to look at all the sides, though.
No, I have looked at all the sides, bro. And if you're going to follow someone that spews hate, by all means, you could do that.
Well, I'm not. I don't like Trump. I never said I did, but everything's better because of him, though.
No, it is not better, bro. I mean, literally, it is not better. I mean, by the numbers and by.
I'm saying there's a lot of stuff he did wrong, like healthcare, like the whole pandemic stuff. He did wrong.
Okay, if he doesn't talk and he doesn't tweet, he would probably be one of the best presidents ever. But since he does that, then that's the whole issue.
But like our U.S. economy is better because of him. He's taken away stuff from the other countries. Those are things that he's done better. But things like, the pandemic, this could have been better. Obama had predicted this like 4 years ago. And I look at all sides. I'm not going to say like, I like Cuomo as I think he'd be a great presidential candidate.
I think so too.
I think DeSantis is great too. Like, I don't think you like him, but he's done a lot for Florida, environmental stuff. Like, you got to look at all the different things he's done. For teachers, he's done a lot for teachers, trying to get a raise for teachers.
He's trying
for the economy here.
He's trying to get something for teachers, but at the same time, I'm a teacher right now, and I haven't seen any increase on anything.
Yeah, but that comes down to the representatives voting for it. Yeah, but he ends up passing it later. But he's trying to put it through. Even getting like the maternity leave for teachers for fully paid maternity leave. Those are the things he's doing. That's democratic stuff. That he's trying to do. So it's like, you got to look at all the areas. Like, I'm not a huge Trump fan, but